It is crazy in comparison to like my previous campaigns, just how long this has ended up going on.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I've heard that one before.
Actually, I just realised, for some reason I thought the other day like all of us were healers, but stuff is a healer.
Yeah, whereas it's 3 healers, a tank, and a DPS. 4 healers. I'm stupid.
Wait, what?
In our
My
group of
team
6,
is the
yeah.
best team. If you're not a healer, then you're gay.
Oh, you
Okay.
mean World of Warcraft
Super gay.
healers? I didn't hear what Teo said, so I'm just looking like a really stupid person trying to figure out what's happening.
It's a love cock.
Oh, you love guys, cock. I know that.
Oh, I'd nip on that all day.
He's doing fucking tricks on it.
Okay. Alright.
I could go get him if you want.
No, it's alright.
We can hand this over.
Yeah. One day.
Don't forget as well, this is the last session before we take a week or 2 break as well as
A week.
that.
Don't you try getting a break, Dax.
You may just have your plane delayed and not be able to make it.
Oh, buddy. I'm meant to be here quite early in comparison to our session, so
Really?
I'll
What
be
time? What
fine.
time do you land?
Should be good.
Things like 6,
It's not a huge
which
fucking
is
flight.
3 hours?
4 for you, not 2.
Yeah, 3 hours before session starts. I mean.
Mhm.
Okay, well you might make it then. Depends on if you feel tired enough.
I
or
will
not.
make it. I'll
Dax
never
is
feel
making
tired.
excuses, Platt, and he's using you as an excuse because he's still not made the map for Settleton, so...
That's true, but I'm not
Dax-
making excuses. I'm just
I
trying.
think most session we need to rush to Settleton, I think.
Yeah, you better make that map.
I
We
just
are
wanna
having
see,
a
like, a
session
big-
when I'm back.
Similar to
Yeah,
Baron.
all of a sudden I really want to go to Settleton, actually. Can we go?
Mhm.
I think if we
He's
have
gonna
one
end
there
the
to
session.
teleport us as well, just so there's no travel time.
Oh wait, how far is Settleton on the map? Let me have a quick peek. I think Bridgewater's in the way.
Well, you gotta keep in mind that Dax is technically Cornellan, so we might not be able to make him help us with teleportation.
And Canellan's conveniently unavailable.
Yeah.
I hate that dude.
He's a busy dude.
Sure.
Got shit going on.
I mean, he turns up to the arena, takes a cut, but doesn't actually hit a single spell.
He didn't take a cut. Hold on.
Yeah, he didn't take a cut. He was very nice to not take one. I woke think that he might be the big bad guy, you know, guys. What if Cornellan's the bad guy?
I'd
Should
be
kill him just in case.
any excuse to smash his face it would make it right back now.
Yeah. I had my thinking moments when I was thinking about what I should do with my character. And she's rather close to them. I was like, wait, what if that's another situation where Anxi is real close with a bad guy? Oh no, what if he's the big bad guy? Oh no, well, it's time for them to stop talking, haha.
Yeah, that village you guys teleported to was one he burnt down.
Yeah.
Fucking Dex. Making us all paranoid.
Don't do that to Anxie again, or I'll fucking pipe bomb wheels.
Yeah, he's rewriting it in his head right now to make it all fit.
All right, time to start the session.
If that happens to Anxi, she's so doing a public suicide mission. It'll be so fun.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking death
Oh,
by
I had
fireball.
that going on for her for a while. Like with the whole drunk thing, I was in the shitter, guys. I was really like not enjoying it. I was like, oh fuck, I probably need to kill my character off.
Well, got betrayed. Better kill myself.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Welcome
fault.
to my brain.
All right, let's get things
We can start
underway.
a session.
There it is. Okay, everyone in the client. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay, let's go. Last we left off, the Wayward Wanderers found themselves in the midst of an investigation into the increased drug production and dispersion in the city of Ralnibelgup. Though they were heading the investigation, they were also partly to blame. For the drug peddler they previously investigated, Gander, using a cover character of Perry, a potion salesman, was crafted a forged license to sell in the city's markets by the group's own Andros. After extracting some information from Gander, they agreed to stay the night and the next destined drop-off point for the next batch of... What the fuck did I write? They agreed to stay the night... What the fuck have I written?
Guys, he's not prepared.
That's
Oh,
barely a
start
sentence.
again,
Holy
start
fuck.
over.
Start over,
over.
please. My emotions ruined.
They stayed the night at the Lord's Garden and planned to head to the next destined drop-off point for the next batch of X-Pound. A plan that was cut short by disaster. Upon leaving the Lord's Garden, they saw a crowd of people moving in one direction. Another explosion had occurred. What made the situation questionable for the group was that there was none of the characteristic smoke in view. The omen that Andros had received from his patron the night before came to fruition far quicker than anyone could have expected. Devastation like they hadn't seen before, entire buildings now mere debris and a litany of corpses in its wake. At the epicenter of destruction, a giant arm and hand of aggressive pulsing energy. Atop it, Gander. His veins accentuated, bright pink, and his clothes mostly burned. Maniacally laughing, he spotted the party and flew into a fit of hysterics, mocking Andros, saying he had rejected this power and that he would now make him watch as he killed all his friends. Terrifying battle ensued, and the Wayward Wanderers truly felt their place in the world. Some of their attacks hit, but they had minimal results. Whenever they would make some kind of try or advance, a hand would appear out of nowhere and swat away their magic with ease. Riding on Cedric's back, mimicking a cloak more than an ally, Andros was able to get within melee range of Gander, despite his withered physical form. He summoned all the energy he had and cast Rend Essence, the sole ability his patron had left him with. Andros dug his fingers into Gander's chest and started siphoning his essence. Vitality began returning to Andros's body, and with every muscle that returned, Andros buried his finger deeper and gripped Gander's heart. With one final push, he crushed his heart in his hand and left his corpse smouldering. With Andros now fully himself again, your group is even more aware now that there are powers far beyond them out in this wider world. Wayward Wanderers, I must remind you, every action has a consequence. A hard-fought fight barely won. Things were close. There is so much that you still know little about. There are methods available to you to learn more. Will you properly grasp this opportunity? Will you ask the right questions? Or do you not want the burden that the knowledge would bring? Back in the familiar surroundings of the Lord's Garden, the comfort of being surrounded by friends, but with the knowledge that you have much to do. What would you like to do?
Well, the music kind of timed.
Yeah, that was timed pretty well. I got to stutter every time I do a monologue now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all sat around a table at the Lord's Garden, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, guys, Perry, your Gander's kind of dead. I'm not sure where this leaves our investigation. Like, surely that news is going to get out there, and whoever's doing the drop-offs they're going to realize he's not around anymore and not drop anything off.
Is it time we ask the guards for help?
Well, I think we could ask the guards not to put his name up there. I mean,
Well,
the body isn't exactly identifiable.
and how are you planning on handling that with them? If they ask why, we would.
Well, they already suspect he's involved, so it's pretending to be him, and basically just say, "Yeah, I'll pretend to be him, and we'll wait for a message from whoever's supplying him." And won't mention that we've already kind of had one.
Could try.
Yeah, we could. I'm just concerned. I'm pretty sure the guards will be on board with us doing that. I don't see a problem there. We're helping with the investigation, and this is a good way to do it. But I'm just concerned with all the people that saw Perry killing how many people. Now suddenly Perry's back at the store.
I'm
What-
pretty sure most people who saw him, and those that
Most.
did see him, are probably were quite far away. So him suddenly turning up and acting as if nothing happened, I don't think they'd put two and two together.
Hopefully. I don't think he should turn up and pretend nothing happened. I think he should turn up and pretend he's just got away in time.
Oh yeah, I
And
mean, yeah,
he's
his house
very
blew
upset
up,
that his
so,
house is gone.
yeah, but only turning up to work is what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially if the guards put out the news that the person who was doing it was killed.
Yeah.
They could just say they don't know who it was because the body was scorched.
Yes.
And then what I can use my book sending to let you know if I get any more messages from those guys while you guys stake out the current place or the current inn.
Okay. While we're in the city, I do need to go see the armorers as well. And I think getting that done sooner rather than later is also a good thing.
I think that's probably a good thing because you don't want all of you heading into that same inn at the same time. You kind of want to go in staggered.
Yeah.
So you do that while they get a room at the inn. That will make sense.
Yeah.
There is one problem with that. We would need Baylor's help with the sneaking in.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't sneak in. You'd just, walk in as if you're just somebody and looking for a room at an inn.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do sneaking around right now.
And you kind of just want to blend
Well-
into the crowd, really.
Yeah.
The whole idea with the sneaking in was so the guards don't know we are not staying in Ladies' Garden. Ward's Garden? Well, this place.
I don't think guards are following us per se. They know investigating sort of
They
stuff in those
were-
shady inns, isn't strange.
Well-
Alright.
Okay, so if we got to go speak to the guards. We're going to be right close to the market anyway, where the armorers are. So I can just stop in at the armory real quick, have my chat with the guys, place an order, and then we can head off to the other inn.
Yeah, I believe if we don't want to tell the guards that we know of the drops stop, because they did mention knowing of such things existing, such drop places existing, but not knowing where they are. And we have that knowledge, so we don't want to make them suspicious, especially if we want them on our side. So technically,
Well,
we do have to sneak in.
You could also say that, I'm going to pretend to be Perry, which is our investigation. And
But-
while I'm doing that, you guys are doing some other stuff.
But if we get acknowledged that we're there, what do we say? Why are we there? How do we know that we should go there to investigate? That's the thing. It's like we're on a lead, but how did we get to that lead?
Yeah, we don't really want the guards knowing we're heading that way, right?
Oh, you
Not
guys
this
could
page of our
head
investigation.
over there at night, like via the sewers or something. It'd be sneaky that way. But I just mean don't like enter the inn sneakily, you know. Because I mean you're going to need to rent a room or something anyway. I just mean getting to there sneaky.
Yeah. Also, weren't we meant to try and get some more information about your thing from Zinni's patron? Well, god, whatever they are.
I mean, we're going to have a few days of watching, you guys watching an inn, and I don't really need to be there for that anything.
Okay. Well
And
then.
what I can do as well is, if one of you can write your name in this book, that way I can use sending to contact you if something happens.
I would argue, I mean, you don't need to be there for the actual thing, but you definitely need there to help us prepare for it.
Yeah, I was going to say, while we're all together before you go anywhere, Andros, let's have a chat about what Zinni's going to talk to her god
I mean,
about.
it's pretty simple. Just, you know, do you know anything about the Baleful Eclipse? I don't really overthink it.
Yeah, there's a few more things that we do want to know as well. Like, we do want to know about the Baleful Eclipse. But we want to know, like, what does the Baleful Eclipse want with this island?
Like, the only thing I'm being aware of is it is middle of the day. If Perry's shop is suddenly closed and just, yeah, it should be open now, basically.
I guess we
Yeah.
should just get going then.
Yeah, we can talk on the road, right?
Yeah. Hopefully no
Alright.
one's prying on our conversations, you know, but yeah.
Yeah, to be fair with what we're talking about, I think it's going to go over most people's heads anyway. It seems there's very few people that know anything about gods at all on this island, and
Yeah.
we might be among those few people.
Zinni doesn't know a lot of anything.
Yep.
Sid hears this and he's not saying anything, but you can see a bit of relief in his eyes, knowing that he's not the only one that doesn't know everything.
The only thing I know is the Bone Maven, and even then I don't know what that's all about.
Zinni, do you understand the concept of gods and what they are?
Hold on, there's some wording that I want to use from a previous conversation. They're these big things in the sky, and people pray to them.
That's cute.
Anxie just looks around.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of them's a
Hold on.
Bone Maven, and the Bone Maven tells me that I need to guide people to her scythe. That sounds really bad when I say it out loud.
I think the Bone Maven helps people who have died and takes care of their souls. And I think you're guiding their souls to a scythe is a good thing. I don't think it's something you should be worried about doing.
Yes, exactly that. What Bayla's saying is correct, everyone. I'm not doing anything wrong.
I don't know of any other gods. I just know that other gods exist from what we've read.
But where are they? Because I've grown up on this island and never known anything about gods until I met the Bone Maven.
That I think is the question that you need to ask the Bone Maven.
Where are the gods?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would assume that they are with whoever believes in them. They're always with you. However, do you feel her presence? You must feel her presence with your spells, right?
I always feel it, but it's definitely stronger when we're around some casualties.
That's the positive thing, because it means that these people need help immediately because they're dead.
Don't people who need help immediately are those who are not dead?
Well, in your case, you're helping them with a specific thing. You're helping them move on, right? I suppose the afterlife. If
I
there is
suppose
such
you're
thing.
right. It's all so confusing, and it goes against everything that I've been brought up to know. I appreciate that you guys are a lot smarter than me.
I don't think we're any smarter. We
Talk
know
about
very little
yourself.
as well.
It's just that
I'm sitting here with like 12 intelligence, so I know I'm not very smart.
I have more than that. You see, Zinni, it's not that we're smarter. Just some of us have read more. I'm sure if you have the right source, you would learn a lot more about the gods. And I'm sure if you manage to contact your god, you'll be a lot smarter than us.
I'd love to roleplay as a complete idiot like Sid, you know.
No. I think he's smart
Hey.
though.
I mean,
Like when you said sauce, I was just gonna be like, sauce? Ketchup?
Well, that would mean you're making fun of the way I pronounce words, which is just mean.
No, they sound the same. Phonetically, they do.
I mean, orcs do believe in an afterlife, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Alex, it
Well,
doesn't.
does Sid not have any contributions to this conversation then, if he believes in an afterlife?
I tried to find an opening, but I haven't found it yet. But
We've just made it.
okay,
Jump in.
so no, there's no good opening. There really isn't. But it's an interesting afterlife that the orcs believe in. Maybe I'll chip in at one point.
So what was the last thing you said, Platt? I just got caught on the word sauce.
I've said that with the right information or place to get information from, I'm not saying the word again, Zinni would get even smarter than us. Could she, like, if she gets more information about the gods from her own god, she would know a lot more about them than us.
Okay, Zinni is determined to learn more about the gods with the help of her very own god.
And I'm pretty sure that whatever you learn and whatever it is you choose to share with us is just going to lead to more questions. So just be prepared that we might be asking questions that you can't answer afterwards. But these might be questions that you can ask next time.
Okay. I mean, Zinni's had a lot of questions this whole time about the whole thing, and even pushing the souls on still confuses Zinni a lot, even though it's been explained to her quite a few times. Like, where do they go?
I think Baylor would be quite confused with that knowledge as well. From his point of view, when something dies, it decomposes into the forest and helps the forest grow again.
Wait,
The circle of life.
you don't actually know where people go when they die?
No.
Alright, let me educate you guys. When you die, you kind of end up in like this glorious battle that never ends. It's magnificent. It's fantastic.
does does
Well,
Sid know the word
No, hey,
magnificent?
listen. No, the thing is though, if you just die like a boring death and not like in the glory of battle, you won't end up there. You need to die in battle, a glorious death, and then you'll get to fight on forevermore.
Oh, Sid's a Viking.
The question
Yeah,
I
he
have
And it's
is.
kind of
is,
like that, yeah.
I was going to say
where,
Klingon, but Viking works too.
where did you learn that?
Have you died?
I mean, yeah, kind of. I don't think. Well, listen, I died, but not in the glorious battle, so I didn't really see the eternal battlefield, you know what I'm saying? And then I kind of came back, sort of. Well, I wasn't dead, actually. I don't know. It was a weird period in my life. But, yeah, that's why I kind of charged into battle head on, because if I die, I get to fight even more.
But why, when you die, a lot of people understand it as a peaceful place. So
Baseball?
what?
No, you get to fight
I would
eternally.
want a peaceful death and not go to fight
Boring.
forever and
That is
ever.
boring. No, you get to fight. But alright, hey,
Mm.
maybe if you die a boring death, yeah, you get a boring afterlife. But that's up to you, mate. I don't. But who wants that? Sounds boring.
Me, kind of. If I go somewhere, I'd like to be able to just, read and not do much.
Hey, no. There's no bloodshed. There's no glory to be obtained by reading a fucking book. You can read right now. Where's the adrenaline? Where's the life? I mean, not really life because you're dead, but you know what I'm saying. You get to you get to live more once you're dead.
Well, Sid.
No, this is hurting my brain. Actually, I need a fucking drink.
I don't like fighting.
Well,
Sid, is
Alright,
there an
well-
afterlife for people who don't like to fight?
well, I know. I only know people who like to fight. Wait, you guys don't like to fight?
Not really.
Huh? I need to rethink.
Wait, so are you telling me that
My
when I
allegiance is here.
help the souls go to the scythe, I'm leading them into battle?
You might be.
Well, only if they died in glorious battle.
I
Yeah.
always
Sid.
assumed it was like you feeding him into a blender to be consumed by your god.
That sounds cool.
I mean, it's a double-ended scythe. It kind of looks like what's inside of a blender when the blade is, whirring.
Guys, I don't understand. There's nothing more magnificent, amazing, and awesome than just eternally fighting each other.
Right.
Surely you'll get tired at some point.
No, it's the afterlife.
So,
Well, actually, that's a good point. I hope there's a little bit of like respite now and then, like maybe have a little drink, have a little nap. But then when you wake up, you fight more, and again.
What happens if you lose the fight? You go. Is it like another
You
layer
die again.
What? You guys are asking a lot of questions here, right? I did not prepare for this.
Whoa, Sid, you did die a few days ago, didn't you?
Yes, but not a glorious battle.
So where did you go?
It was really weird. I just kind of stayed where I was, and it was very wet. And I kind of just,
did you pee yourself?
I don't pee myself.
Oh no, you might have peed yourself, Sid, while being dead. That's not glorious or magnificent.
Listen, my bladder is as strong as my muscles. All right, do not claim that I poop myself ever. Not in fear, not by accident, not on hangover, never.
Can
I
I use
just-
prestidigitation to make it look like he's peed himself.
Oh yeah, while you do that, Sid does kind of do like this, like
It just turns away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna do it.
yeah, okay, but I can see it, but I can't feel it. So if I'm looking
Yeah.
away, I'm not looking at it though.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're planning on Sid, I'll get out Wonder Smiles as well.
Uh-oh.
No, don't do that. I will actually get aggressive. I think.
How can you be aggressive if you're smiling?
All right. Well, do I notice? Can I roll perception? Can I roll perception that I notice him pulling out that one at least, or I sense it, or whatever?
Andros, do you bring it out sneakily?
Can
Yes.
I notice him pulling out his
Okay.
wand?
Andros, roll a sleight of hand check. Sid, roll a perception check. You
Oh,
don't
it should
quite
be with
catch.
advantage. I think it should be with advantage.
It was still the first roll anyway, so that's fine, but yeah.
I'm not gonna repeat smiling the whole fucking time. All right. You're not gonna see me sitting here like it's not happening. It's not happening.
Okay, well, let's see. I just wave one from 180.
Oh, fuck. What does he have to roll again?
It's a Constitution saving throw, I think.
Alright, you're good at these, Sid. Come on. I think that's it.
Oh, he's fine, yeah.
Spell
He ain't
save-
smiling.
Spell save of 15.
Yeah, so meets it, beats
Yeah,
it.
meets it, beats it.
Dude, don't use that shit on me, man. Come on. Like that. Like I don't know what Sid will actually do to you.
Can I then cast suggestion and convince him that it worked? You know, it has been used on him.
Andros went through hell and back to get his powers back, and the first spell he
Just
wants
use
to use. Okay.
He used something else first. He used a major image.
Oh, that's right.
Wisdom
We
saving
had,
throw.
we had a short rest, though, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Right, wisdom saving throw, Sid. Oh!
So close.
You're now
But-
convinced that your face is smiling and can't stop.
Well, it doesn't have to be smiling. If he's convinced, it is.
No, I'm convinced you used it on me.
So,
I'm not
I would
convinced
say you have the charmed condition, so like Andros feels like a good friend to you, and you constantly have this creeping, happy feeling that's like creeping a smile, and then you're like, no, I'm not happy.
So I look away angry because of Claire, because of Anxie. It's like
Yeah, I just
Maybe?
say,
What-
since you're such a good friend, Cedric, can you grab me a drink?
I'm getting you a drink.
Yep.
He's not
I-
your
I- I-
butler.
We're
Sorry.
on the road. We're not still in the inn.
Oh, wait. Oh, good. Okay. never
We're
mind.
walking and talking.
Actually, can I still
More
say
like
that?
jogging.
Just like, have him walk off. Into this.
We're just bullying Sid right now.
Like that one of what? Like there's gonna be a day where I just grab that thing out of your hands and I just break it. It's gonna
Ah,
happen.
I love it. It used to be only me bullying you. Now it's all of us.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here.
Yeah,
You're
Baylor's
too
the
good.
nice one. Yeah.
Okay,
I
where were
see
you
I'm
it.
not
guys?
bullying, I'm just laughing.
Yeah, I get it.
Where were
Yeah.
you guys
I mean,
heading
you do
again?
instigate it a little bit.
You're part of the problem, Zinni. You're laughing.
I can't
That's a good
help
point.
it.
Where are we heading?
Speak to the guards. To the captain
Okay.
that spoke to us earlier, whose name I can't remember.
I have it written down. Just a second.
So Zinni's gonna ask as well.
Zekwar.
When Zinni guides the souls, does she send them to an infinite battle? She's gonna ask that as well.
I love that. How many questions do you have? Is it 3?
3. I've got, what do you know about the Baleful Eclipse? Where are the gods? When Zinni guides the souls, does she send them to an infinite battle?
And the answers are not just yes and no, like making you feel whether something's correct or not. Like you can ask something like that.
I think it can be a bit ambiguous.
Mhm.
So
for me.
we're not
Um,
using a spell specifically for it. You're speaking to them in that sort of like
Okay.
weird dreamscape.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
got it.
He
Okay.
loves a dreamscape.
Hey man, you bunch of you guys picked shit with like fucky stuff, so I've got to like. There's no other way to me to tell you guys it.
Don't blame our characters.
I fucking love victim blaming. Anyway, let's.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
we are at the gate to the Nibblegup Mansion. A couple guards out front, standard lot, lugs armor, looking alert given what happened just earlier today, but you can already tell like the energy is waning.
Today says,
Oh, excuse me. You're the Wayward Wanderers. What can we do for you?
we need to speak with Captain Zeknar, please.
Oh, he said you might ask for him. All right, I'll be right back. And he just,
Thank you.
He seemed like kind of jog off quickly. You see, he goes into the building just inside the wall. It only takes about like 2 minutes before he's jogging back out again, takes his post, and Zeklar is like a minute behind him, walking at a steady pace. Hey, what have you got to report
Captain
then?
Zeknar. We've got a bit of a plan, but we do need your help.
All right, come here then. He drags you guys sort of like inside the city wall, so you're sort of like at an earshot of people.
All right. Andros is really the mastermind behind this plan, so I'm going to let him explain it to you.
Okay, well, I was expecting somebody else to explain it, but okay. So, the main need we have is Perry's poisons or potion shop. We know is involved, but the issue is obviously, as I'm sure you're well aware, he's dead.
Yeah.
The issue is if word of that gets out, our one lead is gone. So the idea is to impersonate him. If you can make sure that word doesn't get out that he was involved in the whole incident, then we can basically wait for whoever's involved to contact him in quotation marks, and we'll go from there.
You see a sort of pained expression come across his face. About that. Many people saw him. Many people came to report that he hadn't been at his stall earlier this morning like he usually would. Our guards have already gone and taken down his stall. Inside we found the small bits of expound he would sell to the public that we knew was there already, but it's basically a done deal at this point that the city more enough knows he's dead, and he was known in the market the most gossipy place of them all.
Okay, so that's not going to work then.
It's possible various accomplices that hide in the shadows may not know he's dead yet, but I don't know for how long that might be.
Do you have any idea of anyone else in the market who's involved? Presumably he wasn't the only one.
In the market, no one. He's the only source. We've properly vetted everyone. We know that he obtained a forged license not too long ago and started, we sort of had to push back at that, and we weren't allowed to be as forceful as we would have liked to be. We know that sometimes some X-Men get sold out of houses in the stacks, but we're keeping an eye on the comings and goings of that. We just don't have a trace to the supply chain at the moment.
If you knew he had a forged license, why did you push back against that?
Well, because, we can't go chasing away all the salesmen, because then another one crops right back up, and also we could spook the whole operation and ruin everything.
And that's a point, though. I mean, if we go to where his shop was, presumably he's going to have customers turning up looking, for where to buy it still. Which might give us a clue as to where to go next.
Likely, yeah. But, I wouldn't necessarily trust the source of drug takers.
Well, I mean, who better to know where to get it?
It's a fair point.
Okay, I'll pass it back over to Baylor then.
All right. Well, if that plan's not going to work, we'll come up with something else. Maybe a good idea to keep an eye on the market for anything shady looking. Any sort of referrals or handoffs.
All right, then.
Well, thank you, Captain.
No, it's good. Thanks once again for what you did. Many more would have died if you weren't here. So, City once again owes you a great thanks.
Yeah, of course we're here and we're doing what we do. It was quite
Excuse me,
a
sir.
scary battle.
What kind of thanks are we?
The eternal gratitude of the citizenry, the same that I receive.
So you telling me you don't get payment for what you do?
Well, I'm not saying that. I get paid a wage, but I don't get paid something every time I stop a criminal.
Well, you see, we're doing your job and we're getting paid anything.
To be fair, Zinni, I was the one who dealt with him, if you recall.
You're the one who what?
Dealt with him.
He's trying to take credit.
Andres hears in
There's
his
no
head.
way. There's no way you're saying that. When I fucking put his health bar to 0 because I roll like a motherfucker, and you just so happen to be the only one who could finish him off because you're a stupid warlock. There's no way. The Wayward Wanderers did it, okay?
Mr. Squiggle Sprout, I'll address it
Mister?
with... I said miss.
You said Mister.
Definitely Mister. Yeah.
Did I say that? Fuck. Miss Squiggle Sprout. It might...
Do I look like a young gentleman to you?
No. Because no, retcon it. No. Didn't...
Oh, let's go down that road. Let's go.
While
You
we're
don't wanna
building
face the
that,
wrath of Zinni.
Andros would definitely hear in his head, I wouldn't push it, You are the reason all of that happened, sort of.
I mean,
Sort of.
can I
Sort of.
respond in my head? I can't remember. If it
Yes.
works away or not. Okay, I'll respond in my head with, I mean, technically you lot were also the cause. Like, if you didn't stop me from killing him originally, it would have been fine.
Yeah, that's why I don't think we should be asking for any money. We are kind of
Oh,
responsible.
it's fine. I'm not. I'm just joking at Zinni asking for money.
Zinni's gonna ask for money because Zinni saved the city. Zinni thinks she deserves money.
Miss Squiggle Sprout, I'll bring the matter to the Lord's attention, and I'll see what can be done, if anything.
That's very greatly appreciated, sir. Thank you.
Right.
Throughout this whole thing, Anxie looks extremely uncomfortable.
Okay, so
As you were, Baylor.
So
All right.
we've kind of got two options then. Like, we can either go do the stakeout and hope they haven't heard about it and changed, or we can try and find who their new supplier is in the market.
We could do both.
True. Could split up and cover both sides.
What if we disguised ourselves and then Zinni's cooking, by the way, and then made our own stall that was potions and magic, and then they'll approach us and ask us to sell the weed.
Didn't they just abduct him from a different city, like, originally?
I
Rather than
mean,
doing so
see,
They sent him here to set up a store.
I mean, it's a point. Like, we could keep an eye out for any newly set up stalls out of nowhere.
Mhm.
you know, I think we're overthinking that. Uh, what if the supplier doesn't even know about? Wait, first I would make sure that we're not around the guards and whatnot, so
Zeklos
no one
walked
can hear
off,
me saying
so
that.
you're fine.
Yeah. Just to make sure, because you are sneaky. Anyway, what I was saying is, how are we even sure that the supplier actually has that information? What if they're well, maybe they
I mean,
don't show up that early. Maybe
From the
they haven't
sound
been.
of it, if they don't know about it, the problem is it's like 4 days until the drop, 3 days, and it sounds like everyone's hearing about it. So if they don't know about it now, they will in 3 days.
There is a chance, yeah,
I
unless
mean,
they're coming
And
from
if they're
outside.
going, I don't see why they'd deliver a dead drop for a dead person.
should we spy on the drop just in case?
I
That's
think
the thing, like,
that's
we
the
can
best
cover
we can
that.
do.
And also look for new leads as well.
Yeah, we should keep an eye on the market for shady things happening, and we should keep an eye on the drop.
I do believe one of us should look like Perry while we are in the inn.
That seems like it's a bad idea considering people know about him.
Yeah, if
People know he's
it's
dead.
news spreading
Yeah,
around
maybe
the
the people
market,
in the inn as well.
the inn people would know because they're going to come to the market for whatever they need for the inn, right?
Oh, true.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, if
I
they're
think if we
in
have
on
like,
it, we're fucked.
I think if we just keep
Yeah.
an eye on the inn and both look for new stalls, possibly set up our own stall, maybe if that doesn't work, and also maybe look for anyone who's obviously high on X pound and ask them where to get some.
Yeah, well, let's head to the market, and let's start there and just take a look around, like a slow walk around the market, take a look around, and I'd like to go to the armorer while we're in the market area. And if by the time I'm done at the armorer we haven't spotted anything in the market, then I think we split up. Some people stay in the market, some people go to the inn.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So, heading off to the market, Baylor, you were wanting to go to the leather worker within the market.
Yes.
For the sake of brevity, we can sort of skip the RP because we don't need to RP every single shop interaction. What is it that you want to buy from the shop?
So I do want to buy studded leather armor,
Mm-hmm.
but I do want to customize it.
Okay, how do you want to customize it?
So I want it to match the color of the cloak, and then have sort of leaves and vines, sort of like a filigree, I think, like a leaves and vines engraved into the leather.
Ooh, okay. They tell you that they can't do something quite that intricate on short notice, but what they could do, instead of engraving, they can just have small leather strips fit around to make it look like that rather than engraved into it. So it'll just be like a nice bump over it in the shape of like leaves and sort of branches coming down your shoulders.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. Just regular studded leather armor?
What are the options?
I was just wondering if you wanted to try to get +1.
If they can do a +1, and it's affordable.
They can, but I know that it's going to be probably quite expensive. Studded leather is normally 45 gold. Hold on. +1 armor costs 5e. +1 armor is generally considered a rare magic item. The cost of +1 armor can vary, but typically falls within the range of 1,500 to 5,000 gold. Is that outside of your price range already, or?
1,500 is not outside of my price range.
Okay. Studded leather, and you know what? Roll a perception check, because you also have the notoriety of being heroes of the city, and this is literally on the day you saved the city, so it's a good favorable DC for you.
A perception, did you say?
Sorry, persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh god, I got +0. Can I guidance that?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to use that roll, or do you want to use your daily inspiration?
I've used it already.
Oh, have you? Did you use it in the combat?
Yeah.
Okay. You're able to talk the leatherworker down to 2,200.
Mm,
2,000?
2,200 from his original 3,000 price range.
Oh, okay.
I could do 2,100. And then I'm broke.
I can give you 100.
I'd appreciate that.
I'd love to give you 100.
Thank you very much. Okay, so 2,200.
It is worth noting, Baylor, with your passive insight and perception, given that you've been traveling with all your friends a while, you've noticed that there are some that pay for quite a lot of things, and that there are some that have paid for virtually nothing. You know that you're not doing anything with that information just yet necessarily, but you're aware that there are some members in your group sitting on considerably larger piles than others. But you take the 100 gold from Anxi, pay you 2,200, and you are now the proud owner of some +1 studded leather armor. So it gives you 13 AC plus dexterity modifier.
Lovely.
I think the main thing for me is not spending my money is that I don't fucking know what to spend it on.
I'll give you something to spend it on, don't worry.
Don't say it like that.
Okay, all right. Let's calm down.
No, I mean,
I
like,
don't even need
that's
to know
my
how much
job.
it is.
Like,
I mean, I'm down
Making
to
it worse.
88
Making it
gold.
worse.
Were you not hearing me?
no,
No.
didn't hear you, Plant. What were you saying? Oh.
I mean, that time we heard you, but all right.
Yeah,
My
we heard you
Discord
that
just
time.
shut down. Like, it was so retarded. Hello.
What were you trying to say?
First off, I have 95 gold, so that's a problem.
Oh, you only have 95?
Okay, well, I
Yeah.
can lend 50 if you want to lend 50.
Yeah, let's do that, please.
Okay.
I've got shitloads, but Ginny's stingy.
Ginny?
Yeah.
Ginny.
Zinni's gonna pay for our stays from now on.
All right. Shift, have you been able to add that to your character sheet?
I have, yeah.
Okay, cool. I said it's like default, you can just drag it straight on.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Well, you are in the
Thank you very much,
market.
guys.
It's Snoopy.
Snoopy.
Just so,
So
Just so
fucking
you know,
cute.
I'm down to 19 gold.
Oof.
I'm down to 35. No, 45.
38. Okay, so there's some of us who are poor and some of us who are.
Zinni has 111 platinum, 227 gold, 2 silver, and 2 copper.
Oh
Okay,
my
well,
god.
make sure you're checking that each day, otherwise you might notice some coins go missing.
Huh?
He's saying he's going to steal from you.
Do not.
me, but if we meet up with Pinchy again, maybe.
I have a better way of doing that. We can just make her think that she's feeling really generous and give us some money.
Sid also has 1,300 gold.
Sid would be easier to make think that he's feeling generous than Zinni.
Yeah,
Are you
I
calling
have no
Sid an easy
concept of
target?
gold.
I
No.
was gonna say,
Yeah.
at least with Cedric, you know the reason why he's got that much is he doesn't know how to spend it.
I don't know how much I have. I don't know what's any worth of anything.
Sid,
Yeah.
Baylor's poor. He needs some gold. Can you help him?
I'm okay for now, Sid, but I might come to you in the next couple of days to buy me some food.
How much gold
Yeah.
does he have?
Sid has like 1,300 pretty much.
I will sell you the Wand of Smiles for 800 gold.
That's a good offer.
How much did you pay for it?
I think Sid
Less.
thinks that. So
You scammed our friend.
no. Like the moment he says that, there's a twinkle in Sid's eyes, and he just grabs the bag of gold he has, and he's like,
All of it?
well, yeah, like, just I don't know how much is in it. Just
No.
check if there's like 800 in there.
Okay,
No,
I'll
Sid.
I'll just take
don't get-
800 out.
Good.
No. Oh, actually, this is a little business opportunity between gentlemen. Don't interfere. Here you go.
Well,
Okay,
he's not
so
gonna.
I take 800 out and hand him back the rest, and hand him Wand of Smiles.
I don't even
And-
look into the bank if it's like, I don't know. I just put my bag like back in my pocket. I grab the one that smells, and I snap it in two.
You're
Oh,
evil.
well,
Yeah.
Roll a strength check, just see how easily you snap it. It takes you a second, and at one point you like put your leg up and start pushing down on your knee, and then the Wand of Smiles is snapped and is no more.
Okay.
And you've just unleashed an evil god now.
Are we still walking, by the way?
You're in the market.
Well, I just do like this, like,
Throw it to the side.
and I'm happy.
Andros, add 80 platinum to your thing, and I will minus 80 away from our good friend Cedric. I'll take it off your sheet for you.
And Andros just says, "Yeah, pleasure doing business with you."
You're
I-
evil.
I ignore you.
And you're woke is stupid.
I think that's high key enough.
I don't want to be mean.
Does he know that it's a fairly common magic item? I can just go to a magic shop and buy another one.
No,
Nope.
he doesn't.
It's a regularly,
but-
it's a sort of mundane item, but it's not necessarily something you can find everywhere.
No, but like Sid has realized now that he can spend gold to buy magic items from Andros, break them, so he doesn't use it on him. Those are good investments.
Honestly,
Yeah, Sid is very content right now.
That's a good point. I do have a Horn of Silent Alarm as well.
you know, Sid, you shouldn't waste all your gold like that. You might want to go on a date with Magdalena, and she seems like someone that enjoys pricey stuff.
No, first of all, look, I still got left. Right. And second of all, you should have seen the tower that she brought me to, that she teleported me to. She's good on gold. If anyone's gonna get pampered, it's me.
What is she getting from you? Wait, I don't want to know.
Yeah, gentlemen never tell. Yeah, let's move on from this conversation.
So, what else
love
would you
RP.
like to do while you are
Yeah,
in
right.
the market?
Nothing. Or
Wait,
I
don't-
guess
Is there
we're
anything
looking
I
around
can
for.
buy? I'm loaded.
I mean, is there anything that you want to buy?
Can I buy a house?
You
Jesus
probably
Christ.
can.
Wow. That's like you're on a market. Can I buy a house?
Like at the fucking farmer's market is like,
I mean,
You have all these stalls around you, like chicken, some vegetables. Can I buy a house? Interesting thought process.
Well, it's a clever thought. A lot of the houses
is
have been blowing up
clever.
recently. So, the housing market is in a bit of a boom.
Also, we're always traveling. Why the fuck would you need a house
Wait.
for?
Yeah, I'll just rent it out, make more money. It's fine.
You invent Airbnb in this fucking world.
But by the end of the campaign, Zinni's just going to be like a retail mogul or a rental mogul. It's called.
she was secretly a goblin all this time,
Yep.
I'd love to be a goblin.
right?
You should have been.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
an
but then
idea.
I'm not as sweet and easy. I feel like my charm comes from being this cute little gnome, and everyone thinks, "Oh, she's so sweet," and then I've got a big
be
fucking
a
mouth.
very different reception if you were a goblin.
Yeah.
If you were a goblin, people would have been quite racist towards you.
That's why I wear a trench coat.
Shut the fuck up, Andros.
Imagine.
So what's the plan now?
I
I'm
guess
just
if we're in the
vibing.
market, can
We're
we
buying a
do some
house.
perception checks to see if there's anything else going on?
We're looking for any shady sort of dealings going on. Shady people hanging around, maybe watching where Perry's stall used to be, and
Also,
approaching people who approach the
Mhm.
area.
we know what the symptoms of people who are on expand look like as well, so we're keeping out for anyone who looks like that.
Okay. Roll a group perception check, please.
Oh, what do I see? What does Sid see?
Sid, you do see what seems to be a good bit of shady business. You see a lot of people in this market, more so than normal. It's like weird how much you're seeing it. People grouped up together, sort of hushed, like not really whispering, but like talking in like quiet tones and glancing around. You sidle up to a couple of them, and each of them is talking about. Did you see what happened earlier today? It was Perry. The guy who ran like the potions. And he just went mad. He blew up all the buildings.
I think in
Everybody's
that
gossiping
situation-
about this.
I think in that situation, I kind of tower over Andros, put my hand on his head, and like turn it towards the gossiping.
How much of a turn is it? Is it like a 360 turn, or
It's
is
like
it just like I'm looking just right or something?
like a 90-degree turn.
Also, I'm not intending to break his neck or anything, but
I was gonna say
Oh,
you might
okay,
need to do a
okay.
strength check to see if
He
you
like picks
No,
you
no.
up and like turns your whole body around.
no, but just the physical. Like, I know something is happening. I don't know what to do with myself. I know Andros probably does with all the shit that's going on. So it's Whoop.
So yes, Andros, you've now also heard that there are, and seen that there are just several groups that are just like talking and awkwardly glancing around, whispering about the events from earlier today.
Okay, and can we tell if any of the groups are not talking about Perry and that incident?
No, the best that you can make out is that like the whole market is abuzz with what's happened. Both the stall owners and the stall goers, everybody's talking about the fact that Perry, a guy that they all knew, not everyone knew that closely, but everybody knew, and He's gone mad. Killed so many people. Luckily, there were some heroes here to save the day. Some of the groups even like recognize you and like point you out. Are you guys out? Your group out? Some of them like don't know you by face yet, and sort of just keep like talking like about you.
It doesn't seem like we're gonna see anything here then.
I think we should go stake out. If there
Mhm.
is any chance of them still doing the thing.
I'm thinking less stakeout, but also it might, with it being like a shady inn, they might be somebody there who can give us information about it.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of do both, I think.
Okay, so we're heading off to Squirting Siren. Does anyone remember where you were told that it was?
Yeah, I do.
believe it was north of the
Close
Adventurers
to.
Guild.
Kind of.
Yes, you were
There was
told
some-
it's in the stacks, but in the like around the Adventurers Guild sort of like area.
I guess we just go up there and just see what we see.
Okay. A couple hours of walking and talking.
Is it worth us popping into the Adventurers Guild as we're going past to see if there's anything worth
Yeah.
looking at?
Just one question before we do any of that. What exactly are we doing? Are we going with the first plan of us being rather sneaky? Are we just going as us? Because if we go as us and start asking around for no damn reason at all, where are we trying to get to with all that? Like, are we just mindlessly going to the place because we know something might have happened there?
That's a
'Cause
good
it-
question.
It does seem like we're just going for the sake of it, and we're not thinking over what's gonna happen if we, go as us and just do our thing. Because sadly,
think-
people know us now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'd need to. Anyone walking in there daytime wise would need to be disguised, and otherwise, I think you'd basically need to sneak in at night or something. But I think so. There's two avenues we've got, which is the stakeout or getting information from people there. Both.
Yeah.
The stakeout is this risky than getting information, but the stakeout could be wasting 3 or 4 days with
Yeah,
nothing happening.
I do believe it's worth getting information. I'm just asking, how are we thinking of approaching this?
No, I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm just saying that is the risk. The other risk is trying to get information. They could be working with them, and that
That's the
blows
thing,
it up
yeah.
completely. So each of them has risks.
The
Also,
other thought, well, actually, so just had a thought. So we still have some expand from Sid, don't we?
yeah.
Doesn't it massively boost perception? So could we use that when we're like, not whether we're staking out or just keeping an eye out as we're walking around for anything related to all this? Because presumably, like, if there's a lab in the stacks, people will be acting weird around it and such.
And
There'll be signs we can tell.
I've got a pretty decent passive perception.
Hey man, listen, if you want me to take these drugs, I fucking will.
So do I, but I always roll shit with it.
If you want me to take these drugs, I
I'm-
fucking will.
I'm already rummaging through my bag, grabbing the drugs.
It's okay, Sid. I'm sure you can be the hero, but for now, we're just theory crafting.
You sure? Like it's right here somewhere. Like I have no problem.
Uh,
I'll take.
You should be a bit careful with that. You shouldn't show it to everyone.
No, whoa, it's mine. I'll get that. Where is it? For fuck's sake, guys, am I taking drugs or not? Oh, sorry.
No
Am I
one's
taking
hearing that,
drugs or not?
right? Currently, no.
Yeah, I don't think you should take drugs, especially not right now.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone's going to take him, I think Sid would be the last person who'd want to take him.
He's got good perception,
well-
Rose.
Too bad for you. These are
But
my
he's
drugs.
also as conspicuous as you can get.
I bet I can be
Let alone when he's walking around while high.
whatever word you just said. I bet I can be that. Well, I'm on drugs. All right, chill. But these are my drugs. These are my drugs.
They are yours. I've definitely not seen them before, and I definitely don't give them to you.
That's the point. Like, we could give it a day, and then find somebody who's high on it, and you basically either intimidate them or use use your mind reading stuff to find out where they got it from.
We could give
And
it
then we
a
know.
day.
Then we'll know a supplier. Then we can question them to get the new dead drop location.
We could give it a day, and if that yields no results, I'll take the drugs. All right, great plan, guys.
Okay.
Can I send a hand to take the drugs out of Sid's pocket?
Can I distract Cedric
Oh.
so he can do that easily?
If you fail, I'll break your fingers.
I'd love to see that.
Do you still
actually.
want to try, Andros?
I will still try
Okay.
for the good of the group.
Roll a sleight of hand check. Anxie, how are you distracting Cedric in this?
I'm not. If he's gonna break his fingers, I would like to see
Then
that.
it's just a straight roll.
Okay, well, in that case, I will say, wait, is that Magdalena over there?
It's called Darling number 1 or 2.
One.
I don't think Andros would know that.
I mean,
And
it doesn't matter. The roll will still remain the same.
He's trying to get an advantage
Hey, you're not getting a advantage out of that.
or disadvantage for you. Oh god.
Like I have.
That is a natural one. Cedric, as you're turned around, you feel a hand very distinctly rummaging in your bag, and you spin and snap and grab the wrist of this hand before turning around and seeing its owner.
You break your fingers?
What you trying that, mate? And I firmly. I have his hand gripped tightly.
He's
and while I ask the
considered
question,
grappled.
You can feel my grip tightening.
God.
One sec, just trying to think of something I'll convince Sid.
Oh, hi, kitty cat.
You dropped that bag of drugs,
Aw.
but then I was just putting it back in your pocket for you.
Does that convince me?
It seems like a.
Persuasion?
Honestly, that seems like a pretty shit lie. Roll deception with disadvantage.
He rolled a
Persuasion.
natural fucking
Persuasion, yeah.
1. No way he's getting away.
What? No, it's deception, isn't it?
With disadvantage.
It is-
Is it deception or persuasion?
It is deception.
Yeah,
It is
deception
okay.
with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
That's a 10. Sid?
Doesn't Sid need to roll insight to see?
Yes, you need to roll
Yeah.
an insight check, Sid.
Can I help him?
You can roll your own if you
I-
want,
I
and you
was
can
trying
dob
to-
Andros in afterwards.
My passive insight is like 15
Oh,
or 16.
okay.
I'm pretty sure I know he's fucking lying.
Well, I mean, I'm lying, but I'm trying to get it out of his pocket to help.
Yeah, but Anxie is chaotic.
Okay, well, you rolled a
Uh,
2 anyway, so.
So, Sid, you have no idea whether he's telling the truth or not.
So basically, well,
Would you still be charmed from that situation?
listen. I have my hand around your wrist, and one of my thumb is like on the bottom of one of your fingers, and right before you feel one of your fingers basically snap, I let go, and I go, oh, all right then, thanks for that, and I just kind of let it go. And I
Ooh.
hope you realize how fucking lucky you just got.
I thought that would be funnier than that.
I followed the rules. I followed the rules.
Yeah, I just said it in character because I was watching this whole thing happen.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was ready just to banish you as well. But
Banish and run away.
And I was ready to try and counterspell you.
Good lord.
we're gonna get into like full PvP here over me trying to be
Yeah.
actually
Yeah,
helpful
yeah,
for
yeah,
once.
yeah.
The thing is, Anxie is chaotic. So she would have definitely done that just to fuck around with you.
Okay, I'll just start talking about changelings very loudly in the market from now on.
Lovely. And I'm gonna talk about how you can spawn fucking chambers.
Yeah, and like anyone's gonna believe that. Yeah, they know changelings are real.
Can we focus at the
The
shit at
druids
hand?
didn't believe me when I said that.
Let's try and
I
not burn
can-
the entire group apart.
Deck's like, oh, I can't believe how long this campaign lasted. And everyone just kills each other.
Oh, what's that, Mr. Patron? You want me to kill Anxie? Okay.
I have a great idea for a new character.
So, what's the group doing right now?
Going towards the Adventurers Guild, as far as I know.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think we're just heading that direction. Gonna pop in very quickly to check if there's anything interesting. Otherwise, head up, look around, try and locate where that inn is, and just keep an eye out for stuff going on.
Technically, we can go for a lunch or like dinner in the inn and like look around.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll just see if there's anyone really shady looking there, that sort of thing. Just take it out of it.
You go to the Adventurers Guild. The place is rather sparse, and there isn't too many people in here. This is a kind of like island where there isn't as much like regular adventuring work. Those of you who came from off island would know this, which is basically just Anxie. Normally there's jobs going around everywhere for adventurers to do all sorts of things, but a lot of this island, people just very much keep within their cities. They don't go out. If they do travel, they travel usually with an escort. In fact, that is most of the jobs that you end up seeing. Escorts just to other cities. Mostly escorts to towns and cities on the west coast, as they're the ones that tend to have the most trouble. You do see one posting as well, which is for a rich benefactor asking for an entourage to briefly leave the island for a small excursion and then return. But there's nothing really else that grabs your attention.
I just realised something else we could check as well, but we kind of left that area of the city down. We know that X-Pound's coming into the city via carts, so we could keep an eye out for that at the entrance as well.
It's coming in. It's not expand specifically is coming in, right? It's the
Well, we found
the
bars of
powdered teeth.
X-Pound in the cave, and that was from a cart, which means either it was going out of the town towards Edgewood, or whatever town it was, or it was coming from.
I think the expand thing has drastically changed since we first came into the city
Okay.
with the factories popping up. That's
Well,
I
let's
think maybe
check
the
the
expand
ways
was
of it.
coming in, but now I believe it's the raw ingredients that are coming in. But while we're in the area at the Adventurers Guild, can I quickly pop into the blacksmith?
You can indeed. It is sort of like right outside it. What is it that you want from said blacksmith?
I would like to sell my scale mail armor.
How much does it cost? 5e armor.
It's 50 gold,
You can sell it back for
Is the-
35 gold.
but I would like to sell it back for more than 50 gold. So I'm going to explain to the owner of the store that this is not just any scale mail. This is scale mail that has been worn in combat by a wayward wanderer.
Is this an M&S advert?
It's not just scale mail. The blacksmith looks somewhat displeased, as this is the blacksmith that you bought this from.
I didn't buy it from him, though. It was somebody else who bought it from him.
He still recognizes his own handiwork. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. The DC is moderately difficult.
Can I guidance it?
You can.
Can we try and give him advantage? Oh.
No, I'm not going to
I'll
like
guidance it anyway, but yeah. I'll take the 35 gold.
As you tried to start explaining this, you sort of see the look on the blacksmith's face, and you see his folded arms, the fact that he's not definitely budging at all, and you just sheepishly, yeah, I'll go 35 gold.
At least, so sell it for what it is when you do sell it. But thank you for the 35 gold.
All right, add that back to your sheet. Recuperating some of your costs. How much total gold are you at now?
35.
A little bit more than that. I can't math right now. 54.
Way richer than me.
Yeah, so 54 gold right now.
Okay. All right, so that's your brief sojourn to the Blacksmith and the Adventurers Guild done. Where to?
And now we're going for a lunch towards this inn.
Okay.
Just to look around, study the place.
Could we have asked the person of the Adventurers Guild where the inn is?
Yeah,
So
they point in like a general direction of where you'll want to head. They tell you go up the stairs, turn right. It's like one of the front-facing buildings to the street. So you head out and you follow those instructions, and you come to the very obvious opening of Squirting Siren. It's a big
Sid,
sort
we're
of.
gonna get some food. Sorry.
It's a big, wide wooden building. Parts of it look like it's barely staying together, but the one thing that makes it distinct from everything else is the big sign out front that depicts.
Please don't say a squirting siren.
It's sort of like a mermaid, and it's.
And it's squirting.
You can see her tail like swinging off to the side. She's sort of like elbows down, holding her hand in her head, and her like arms are just like barely censoring her boobs. And you just see like splashes of water, or what's meant to be, all around the sign as well, painted on, you know.
Sid looks up at the sign. Nice. And walks inside.
Nice rock.
The female members in the group looking at the sign realize that the bodily anatomy isn't really quite there, and that you'd like in the pose that she's in, you'd kind of had to break your back, but that's lost on the male members of the group.
You've got a weird type.
I already just went inside.
Okay, we're heading inside. We pick out tavern.
You got a picture?
I have several pictures of taverns, just deciding which one. It's quite destitute inside. Definitely not the high quality that you've been used to. Quite filled with less than pleasant company. First thing you notice immediately is that the bar sort of like faces the door, and you see the barman behind, or the proprietor. As your door swings open, there's minimal customers inside. Those that are quite quiet and keeping to themselves. We're in the sort of mid-afternoon, where it's not exactly lunch rush and it's not exactly end of working hours either. So it's like quiet, arguably one of the quietest parts of the day for this establishment. Proprietor of the bar, at the swinging open of the door, you see he jumps a little, just a little, sort of like you've taken him by like just. Whew. He wasn't, not that he wasn't expecting it. He gets customers all the time, but it causes a bit of alarm. Baylor and Zinni, with your passive perception, or passive insight rather, sorry, you do notice that. Oh, yours is high as well. That's right. What's yours at, Platt?
16, I believe.
What about Zinni and Baylor? What's your passive insight at?
17.
17. Okay. Three of you.
Mine feels really low compared to everyone else's. Am I
Wait,
missing some-
insight?
Yeah, insight.
Your
Insight
passive
or
insight is
perception?
17.
Insight or perception?
Insight.
Insight. Oh no, insight is 14.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's the highest. That's why I was like, what the fuck?
Sorry, I thought you said perception. My bad.
Hit it first.
Dex, am I missing some points? Why does everyone have giga skills and I don't?
What's your
You should
passive
have
insight?
perception.
My insight's 7 plus 7.
Oh no. That's your
passive.
bonus to the skill in general. On the right side of the sheet, there should be the passive, because only a couple of skills have passive stats.
Oh, 17.
Yeah, she has high insight if she has +7.
Okay, so Zinni and Anxi, what you do notice on the proprietor's face is a sense of recognition. He knows who he's looking at. And then a very sort of like brief and quick sense of worry that he whisks off his face and starts wiping down the bar, typical barman things, just to busy his hands so he doesn't look like he's standing there absently.
Yeah, immediately Anxi would sneakily, with her abilities, cast Detect Thoughts.
Using your sorcery
While-
points.
Yeah.
So while you're doing all that, can I keep an eye out for anyone who was there who gets up and leaves?
Okay, absolutely. You can keep an eye on that.
God, you guys are so fucking on the point. Well, Sid fucking walks to the bar. Will like 3 pints, please, sir.
Yeah, coming up right away.
And I'm a bit famished. You have anything to devour?
Of course, we got meals. How many?
Sounds good.
how many?
Yes.
All right, I'll just keep bringing. Anxi, with your detect thoughts, which you cast immediately upon entering the room, you don't quite catch the beginning of his thoughts, but the one thing that you do hear before Sid engages with him is, "Oh shit, it's them." But you guys all get served pretty quickly, and not too soon after, big plates of food start coming out. You get the feeling that
Alright.
he didn't ask you what you wanted for a reason, as there's probably only one thing on the menu, which is sort of just a big... oh, fuck, what's it called? Platt, what's that
Pasta?
Russian dish called that's just like...
Oh.
You throw everything in winter because there's nothing left. What's it called?
Sounds like
I'm not Russian.
Yeah, but
It
kid
sounds
Slavic
like
man,
pig.
you'll know it.
Is it a stew?
Yeah.
It sounds like potato ash in the UK.
Oh, but there's a fucking word for it's like
So, alright, anyway,
I'm young
Say it's
and
that.
I don't know.
is it in the bowl?
pissed. I swear Jay would know it. Wait, no, Jay doesn't know anything about food. I'm stupid. Hold on.
Oh, this is a northern thing, apparently. Potato hash is what we have, which is basically that.
I think there's a few words for it. I know there's one like call.
But is it important?
Borscht,
Yeah.
that's it. Fuck me.
Oh,
Borscht.
yeah. No fucking way.
Alright.
Basically looks like borscht.
Alright, well,
Bosh.
I gobble Wumble down, instantly followed by a big pint, which just disappears, kind of. And look at the
Oh, this
barkeep.
looks terrifying. Why is it
That's-
bright red?
I know, right? I just googled it as well. Yeah. But I look at this direction. So, it's pretty good. How you doing, by the way? How's it going? How's business going? Because Sid's getting a bit chatty because of the pint.
Business is business. It's not too bad. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Depends on how the workday goes, whether people want to come stop in or not.
Right. And how are you doing? What the business? I just want to know how you're doing, sir.
I'm doing great, mate. Happy as a clam, enjoying my time. Bitch wife is gone. It's great.
Well, I have 2 pints left, sir. You want to share one with me?
I'd love to, mate, but I'm on the job and the end of
Oh,
work rush is going to come on
on.
soon enough.
Oh, come on. Anything's easy to deal with if you have a pint behind the tusks, you know what I'm saying?
No, honestly, I must. I should get back to the kitchen even as well. Put some more food in the stew.
Alright.
And he sort of like awkwardly shuffles back into the kitchen.
I drink my second pint.
Is anyone else who's in the bar looking at Shifty or anything like that?
Roll a perception check. There's a lot of people taking you guys in. Sort of like nursing their pint and still keeping a good eye on you. No one has made like a move as of yet. You hear some like footsteps from upstairs because these floorboards are pretty thin, and you just hear some like people walking around upstairs at least. But the patrons that are down here in the bar, whether they're done for the day already or retired and not working, they're not the kind of customers that you would see normally elsewhere. They're very sort of crotchety.
I know there's a few of them looking at us and seeing us and such. Is there anyone who's looks like they're trying to avoid looking at us? Avoid eye contact?
There is one guy off in one of the booth seats who looks very disinterested by everything, but it's hard to tell whether he's trying to be avoided or just doesn't care about your shit.
Does he look cool?
He's a grumpy old man.
Oh, he looks good. Okay. Are you done with your question, Sale? I'd like to probe deeper into his mind. So Dax, the guy I'm reading the thoughts of, well, once I've read his surface thoughts, I would like to probe deeper.
Okay. What does he have to roll?
Wisdom saving throw, and can I use my innate sorcery before that, or is it just against what I have currently?
Your innate sorcery is not exactly a subtle thing.
Yeah.
Your hair starts to
Okay.
float and your eyes sort of glow a bit. So you can if you want.
So I'm
but...
just gonna no, I'm gonna leave it like that. But if he doesn't fail the save, I'm gonna try and use silvery barbs on him sneakily again, because I can use it with. No, I don't know if I can sneakily. Well, let's hope he doesn't fail. Oh, he does fail.
You push deeper into this man's mind, and you start to comb over all the thoughts present in his brain. There's a lot of thinking about business, a lot of thoughts about when customers are going to be arriving. Do I have enough stock for the rest of the day? That old man comes into the corner and never talks. I literally don't even know his name. He's so weird. And then he starts thinking. It was terrifying what happened earlier today. I can't believe it was him. I hope they're not here for me. I didn't have anything to do with it.
He's the imposter. I saw him vent in electrical.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm still probing his mind while talking to him, so that would be fun. So we'd like to have one here. However, you just seem you just seem rather unhappy with us being here. What's happening?
Unhappy? No, not at all. Yes, get the fuck out. Holy shit, I don't want you here.
Are you sure? Have we done something to you? Or
No,
Are you
no,
in
no, 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 no,
trouble?
no, nothing at all.
are you a bad guy?
No, come on. I'm just a simple business owner.
Are you saying this out loud, or?
So some of it's being said out loud, some of it is him just
some
getting
of
his
it's him
thoughts
thinking-
probed.
He not thinking anything?
He says that, but then he thinks, no, you haven't done anything to me, and I don't want you to do anything to me.
And about him being a bad guy? Because I did say, are you a bad guy?
I didn't do anything wrong.
So, you heard what happened in the city today. Do you know this guy? The crazy guy that killed so many people.
Perry?
Yeah,
What?
I think he
Let me think. Yeah, of course I know the guy. He comes here all the fucking time. Yeah, I think I know him. He would come by every so
Hmm.
often.
Do you know other shady people like him?
I mean, he wasn't shady as far as I knew. Every motherfucker in this room is shady.
Why would he come here? Doesn't he have a home?
Well, I mean,
Well, didn't he?
most people who come here do have a home. You gotta come here for food and drink. Sometimes you want to spend a night away from your abode. You know how it is. I don't like the question she's asking.
And you
Just speaking
didn't
out of character. Sorry, Karen.
go on. Say what you were gonna say.
I was going to say out of character, like, so he goes to the furthest bar possible from his home.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of weird that someone that lives so far away would come here to have a drink.
I don't know where he lived. It's not my business, but if my service is good enough, why not? Please, holy fuck, stop asking questions.
Okay. And why would he come here?
To enjoy my food and a drink at a good price. What's this interrogation for? Are they working with the guards?
Guys, I really want to ask. Well, you see, we've heard he's a really bad guy. As in, he was doing some shady stuff with drugs. Do you have something to do with that?
Me? No. No, I haven't got nothing to do with it. I've never touched the stuff.
Well, but have you spoken with people that touch the stuff or sell the stuff?
So now you're saying something that he was thinking only.
Exactly.
He watches his eyes get considerably wider and he very much sort of looks spooked. I don't. No. No. This bitch knows too much.
But do I think that no is truthful?
You know it's not.
Well, you see, I'm very thankful that you're talking to us and you're providing such information, but You're not very, very convincing. That no doesn't seem like a no. If you help us, I might be able to help you.
You see he sort of sits and thinks for a second. So like looking
Or what's he
around.
thinking?
He's looking over his customers, seeing, is anyone watching? What are they really here for? Should I tell them? Could you come help me in the back for a second? There's something that requires a pair of hands to lift.
Yeah, I'm very strong. And you see Anxie being like, and there's literally nothing. But she goes there. She follows the man.
You head back into the kitchen. It's quite steamy in here. There's just like several big pots, and you see there's like
Can I come?
Yeah, calm.
Okay.
you can sneak and follow
Just
in.
say don't go alone in case he like tries to stab you or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I need Zini to come heal me.
There are several big pots over, or 3 big pots over 3 big fires, and you see there's big boxes of pre-chopped up vegetables and some smaller bits of meat. He's just sort of like, as he comes in, he like takes a handful of drops into a couple of each of them. They're just like forever soups, pretty much, that just like he's keeping on the boil at all times to serve.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, tell me what you're really here for.
Mostly information. We've heard that Perry was quite busy, you know, and I'm quite curious what you know about it, since it does seem like this place is a bit shady in comparison.
Perry was a normal, regular customer, and by all means, a kind of nice dude. He would come here once a week, would rent out the same room, always ask for the exact same room number, and if it wasn't, he'd ask me, and one time even paid me extra to kick the one out into the other room. What I noticed is that usually a couple days prior, a different guy would come in and rent the same room. One time I asked him if there was any correlation. He pulled a knife on me, told me to keep my mouth shut, and then gave me some gold, and that's as far as I know.
That's very useful information. When's the last time you saw that guy?
Yesterday.
Is he still here?
No. No.
Do I trust him?
We'll roll insight check.
And I'll reroll with lucky.
You don't need to. He is being truthful.
Oh, okay.
He says, no. He leaves early in the morning, comes close to the night, and then leaves early the morning after.
Oh, so he was here yesterday and left today.
Early this morning, yeah.
And can you describe this man to me?
Where's this going? What's gonna happen to me? I don't. Obviously,
you,
I've heard
nothing.
about what's happened to Perry. It was fucked up. It was weird. I don't know anything about any of that shit.
Oh, well, I hope that's not... it's probably connected. Well, to you, nothing will happen, because we won't tell anyone what you know. We already sort of knew about Perry's dealings. And we're just trying to find what exactly he was doing. And you giving us that information, you're actually helping, if anything. So to you, nothing. You're just gonna live your life without an issue. How does that sound?
Roll a persuasion check.
And I'm gonna reroll that. Holy fuck, can I roll well? Better.
All right. I never got the dude's name.
Mhm.
He was an Earth Genasi. Dark green skin. Bald on top. Usually clad in some kind of cloak or something. Always paid in gold there and then. Never had any problems with him. One of his eyes was a little milky, like it was discolored. And the one thing I did notice as well, the knife that he pulled on me, it was kind of ornate, encrusted with some green jewels in the hilt. That's all I know, I swear.
You know, that's an awful lot of information. You've been extremely helpful. Zinni, could you please give this man 5 gold?
Sure.
Thank you. That's what I've
Over
learned
to
from
this.
Andres.
Thank you kindly. Just
And about the room, what room is that?
it was room number 3 every time.
Can we rent it for now?
Yeah, it's,
For the
it's
night?
still vacant. Perry's not going to be using it.
Was it you
Lovely.
before? I know.
He didn't say. And you
No,
really
no.
don't know what's happening in the room. You just know that they stayed there.
Several nights apart, but yeah.
And with all that information that you've just given me, you wouldn't tell anyone that we've spoken, would you?
No. No. I
Do
don't
I
even
trust
know
him?
who you are.
And I trust him, or?
I'll say both insight checks still follow through. You trust that he's quite scared. You trust that he's incredibly worried about everything that's happened, and he's more or less praying that you don't tell anyone of his involvement.
Okay. Well, you see, I won't tell anyone, but I really hope you share that little secret as well. Hopefully we never even meet each other.
Likewise. I
Yeah,
like
it's
to
been
stick to my
pleasure.
little corner of the world and stay away.
Honestly, same, but you see, quite busy these days. Well, thank you very much, good sir. Let me help you with, the what you needed me here to help you with. And then I'm gonna go to my room.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me grab the key for you. And you
He hears in his head, thank you.
like spins around.
Yeah, better be scared.
He goes and walks to one of the walls. It just has like a key bracket holder thing across. Picks off the one that's crudely marked with the number 3, hands it to you.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
Devon.
That's a very cool name, Devon. Nice to meet you. I'm Anxie. See ya. Bye. Well, hopefully never see you.
All right. The two of you leave.
And Zinni, like Zinni's not said anything the whole
Mhm.
time, so as we're leaving, she's just like.
Oh,
Has been very helpful. Guys, I'm tired. I'm gonna go for a nap. If you need me, well, you can find me in my room, and I'm gonna go towards room number 3.
okay. You head on up the stairs to where the rooms are located. Everyone else staying down here, or
I'll probably head
Should someone
upstairs as
with
well.
you?
I was hoping so. Do I see Andros coming with me? Because if I do, I'm gonna relay all of the information I've just gotten telepathically to him.
sure, yeah. And you catch him up on everything that's happening. So you, Andros, and Zinni going up.
I do just mention, like, wasn't it room 4? The note that Perry gave us said. room
I
4.
haven't. That's what I was just checking because I did remember that as well. But it's literally I've written 4 days in the usual spot. It doesn't really say a room number.
I'm pretty sure I said room number 3.
Okay.
I don't think so.
But even if I did end up saying the wrong one, rank on it. It was meant
That's
to be
correct,
room number
yeah.
3. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if
Okay.
he was lying to you and saying it was a different room. Then potentially was.
No, I'm pretty sure he was online from what we've gathered. Why would he describe this person and not lying about it when, you know?
I don't know. It just sounded. I could have swore I heard 4 the other day.
Yeah.
Mistaken.
Upstairs on the first floor. The doors are pretty clearly numbered, and you can already tell they're going to be decently small rooms. And you come up to room number 3.
Check for traps.
Go ahead and roll to check traps.
Do we all roll?
Can we actually do that?
Yeah, it's just a perception check, I believe, right?
I have find
Not
traps as
investigation?
a spell, but it's not prepared.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice rose. Gee.
Looking up and down the door frame, you can see it's quite a ramshackle place. There's even parts where you can like pretty much see into the room from where the door's just not flush with the wall because of how the wood is sort of warped and bent over time. But it's definitely free of traps.
Can we look through the keyhole and see if there's anyone in the room currently?
With your passive perception still, and even being able to kind of see into the room, you get more of a gap from like the slit in the door rather than the keyhole, but you're pretty sure there's no one in the room.
And if we check the spot that he usually receives stuff at, which I believe was under the bed or something.
If you
I
want,
don't think we're in the room yet. Do you wanna
Oh,
look it in
sorry.
or go in?
you going in then?
Yeah.
Okay, you head on in the room. As you predicted, it's a pretty small room, quite sparse. There is a small chest in one of the corners of the room. There is a bed, and there is a very small side table with no chair.
Okay. And if I try to see whether there is like something left out from the person that was in the room before us.
Going and checking under the bed. In the bottom right hand corner, taped up to the underside of the bed frame, you find a burlap bag that's been wrapped around itself several times. taped up and stuck
Okay.
under the side of the bed, so people won't find it unless they were explicitly looking for it.
Can we take it and see what's inside?
You start to unwrap it. It's quite a big sack, but it's been wrapped around itself several times, and as you unfurl it and take a peek inside, you find several medium-sized jars filled to the brim and sealed with X-Pound. Alongside it, you find a note. The note reads, "Good job with the last batch. More again in a week. Payment coming soon." In brackets, maybe with a bonus. Signed, CK.
So, if he hasn't heard of Perry's death, he's gonna be here again. In a bit.
I mean, it's a week, and I doubt because he won't have heard by a week. That whole thing happened.
Why would someone outside of the town know?
This was
If
also
he doesn't
left
have
here
any
early in
connections.
the morning.
Yeah, he left before Perry died. He might have not known what's happened here. He might be back in a week.
And that's presuming the guy who actually puts it in the room isn't local. That's presuming he travels here each time.
There's factories in the city where they're making this stuff.
Yeah.
I think the guy is local to the city.
I mean, if there's a fort, we could start selling it ourselves.
No. I was more thinking if this guy wasn't local, we share the information we've gathered with the guards and let them deal with this. Because technically, it is what they're working on.
Are we all together now, by the way?
If you came with us, because it was only Andros and Zini that came with me.
You can be if you want to. You
know.
can still talk out of character.
Out of character. I think waiting a week more just to verify whether this guy actually knows of Perry's death or not is not worth it.
Oh, I think
I
this note
agree.
is redundant now with what happened anyway.
Yeah. I also think an Earth Genasi will be somebody who stands out in this city.
Especially one with like a just blind in one eye or something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I think it would be probably worth going to the guards with this information and just letting them finish the investigation. If we don't actually care about the Carrion King and wanting to know more about him. Anxie personally doesn't fucking care. She just wants this wrapped up.
Yeah. Bale also wants this wrapped up and wants to head to Settleton.
Yeah. So technically we've gathered quite a lot of information. We can give it to the guards and they can finalize their thing with
I mean,
that
the
information.
would just be the description of the guy, wouldn't it?
And that's quite a lot. They literally have no idea about the Carrion King and whatnot, so this information would be rather useful.
Okay, I mean, it's up to you guys, yes.
They would know what the guy looks like, the usual spot just in case, to be here in like 8 days, basically, and try to find him. I would just have to deal with them basically being like, please don't, arrest the guy because he has no fault in it. He's given us the information. He's been helpful.
I think it'd be more explained to the guard / Dewey the whole, we'll investigate this and find out what happened. Oh, we talked to one guy and here's a description and now we're leaving.
Well, we can easily wrap this up, honestly. I can literally say what just happened. After the Adventurers Guild, we came here for lunch because we were hungry. And I caught the guy lying to us. So I read his thoughts. And I understood that he knew stuff about Perry because he was worried about what's happened today. And he gave me all this information because I asked. So I think that's pretty much wrapped up.
I think it does explain how we got to this point, but I don't think it wraps it up. I think
Well, it doesn't.
we did say we'd get to the bottom of this, and at the moment we know who was supplying Perry. We have a good idea of who that person is.
Yeah.
But we don't know where that person is, and we don't know if he's the only one or if he's at the head of the chain. As much as I want to leave the city and move on, I do think that we need to spend a bit more time here just to get to the bottom of this. I think we need to find this Earth Genasi.
I really don't want to spend 8 more days to just investigate some drug shit.
No, I don't think he's going to come and do another drop-off. I don't think that 8 days is a good time frame. I think we'll be done sooner than that. We need to find him. Maybe getting the guards to help us find him is a good idea. But
yeah,
I
think getting stuck on the 10 days thing, that's irrelevant. That's just when he's next putting it here, but he's obviously not going to put it here again.
Yeah.
But that's
So
if he's not in the town.
Given that the factories are in the town, I think he is in the town.
So the factories in the town, we already know it's like a multi-city operation with them importing stuff. I doubt they would hire someone to travel halfway across the island each week to put something in an inn.
We can also go to the guards at the gate and ask them, has an Earth Genasi who's blind in one eye been in and out? Or is he not a traveller? If he's been in and out, then yeah, we can't wait for him. We don't want to wait for him to come back. But I don't think he's been in and out. I think he's in the city and running the operation. I
mean, he might be somebody the guards already know about as well, like from other crimes. So.
Yeah.
Also, we do know from the guards that Perry's not the only one who is selling. So this guy, his drop-off with Perry is every so often, but he's doing other drops for other people, right? So he could just be the distributor, and there could be other people involved.
Should we not ask the innkeeper if he does any other drops?
Well, he said he just comes here once a week. So he probably doesn't. He literally said that's just this connection. Like, he comes to this room and drops it off.
I mean,
might be at a different location, but
yeah, the innkeeper's not going to know everything else the guy does when he leaves.
Exactly. I don't think we're getting more information about him from this innkeeper.
No. So I think we should go speak to the guards at the gate to figure out if he's a local or not.
Mm-hmm.
I do think we need to see this through to the end because I do think Dewey will pay us, and I think we could all do with a bit of gold in our pockets.
I guess.
Especially he said he just spent all his gold on a stick that he broke.
Okay, let's just get going then, because we are dealing with a side quest.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a side quest, but kind of blowing up half the city doesn't really feel like a side quest.
Or if you care about the city.
The people in the city, yeah. The
actually,
city itself
Dewey's a prick, so let's
not
just
so
leave.
much.
Yeah, like, it really depends on who you ask. Anxie doesn't care.
Yeah. Bador cares about the people in the city, right? He doesn't care much for Dewey, but as a player, I care for the gold that Dewey might be giving us, or is likely going to be giving us after we solve this issue.
Yeah, I guess. As a player, I just don't want to waste too much time on something irrelevant.
Yeah. I also think that this will help us carry favor with Dewey, which I think in the bigger scheme of things, with there being a door in Dewey's Lord's little area, whatever you want, in his courtroom, I think having favor with Dewey is not a bad thing for the greater picture.
Yeah, I suppose. By the way, the shady old man that was down in the Cape, are we interested of his character? Because he was mentioned twice.
Possibly.
What was said again? Sorry.
Well, when Dax was describing the room, he did mention that old man that was, shady in his corner, and then Devon, the guy we spoke with, the guy I spoke with, he did say he was thinking about this guy that never speaks to anyone. So he was mentioned twice.
You read his thoughts?
Yeah, I was thinking of it.
I don't think we just want to fly in and be like, "Hello, who are you?"
No. I will go down to check on Sid, and in the meantime, I'll try to probe his mind sneakily, because I have sorcery points.
You go down and you find Sid at a table with 5 empty
Bag in his
pint
hand.
glasses and 3 empty bowls of stew. Sid's been
Smoking a
having
fat
great old time.
Sherlock Holmes type, alright?
Yeah.
one.
I sit next to him. Hello, Sid.
Yeah. I'm kind
You've
of
been rather
drowsy,
busy.
and I kind of let out like a, like a big bird.
Okay. I'll pretend like I'm speaking to you. Don't mind me. And I'll just cast Detect Thoughts on the guy that's in the corner that keeps to himself.
Okay. You do so with your sorcery points so that it does not require any verbal or somatic components.
Surely Sid doesn't understand what's going on, and he's like,
No.
"Pretend
I'm
that you
content.
are speaking to me."
I'm tipsy. I'm full of food.
Yeah, he's
You,
just
you could do
there.
anything. He doesn't give a shit.
He's a
They're
simple
doing
man.
some fucking weird shit again. It's like it's Anxie being Anxie.
Fair.
You open up your mind and begin to start to peer at the surface level thoughts of the gentleman over in the booth seat. As you took one glance at him as you entered the room, you've noticed he's just got a very not tired but disinterested expression on his face. His surface level thoughts are brief. Wonder what they're doing here. People like them don't come to pay places like this.
Well, I don't know if it's worth probing deeper. Like, I don't want my curiosity to, fire back.
Go on, do another one.
I'll probe deeper.
What do I need to roll again?
Wisdom.
As you try to push deeper into this man's mind, you feel it slip away from you.
Damn it. Has he noticed something?
As you take a peek in his direction, you see he's now holding his head a little lower than he was before. Previously, he was just staring dead at the wall. He's looking down at his now empty plate of food. Throws the cutlery inside the bowl, stands up and goes to leave.
Leaves like the place, or
Mm-hmm.
and if I follow sneakily?
You trying?
Is anyone around me, or is it just me and Cedric?
Who's down here at this point? I'm assuming Zinni and Andros are left up in the room upstairs. Where's Balor been this whole time? Probably with Sid, right?
Okay, Belor hears. Would you like to come with me?
Yeah. I'll
Make a
promise.
sneaky. I will do the same. So I hope he casts Pass Without Trace, and I will cast Invisibility with a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
Let me make sure I have it prepared or not. I do. So yeah, I'll cast a pass without a trick. Oh no, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't have a spell slot for it.
Oh, if you communicate that with me, I'll. Oh no, you have to attune.
Yeah.
I'll still make us
You know what?
invisible.
I'll use a 3rd level spell slot for it.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll make us invisible, so we're both invisible and with Pass Without Trace. Let's follow this guy. You hear that in your head, so obviously no one can hear it.
Both of you roll.
It's just like, where's everyone gone?
Both of you roll stealth checks with advantage and with a manually added +10 afterwards. Those are some giga rolls.
29.
35!
God,
No more disadvantage. No more metal armor.
let's fucking go.
Deftly and silently, you leave the building. In the same stroke as the door opens as someone else is leaving, you slip out right behind him. He turns and walks eastbound, keeping among the Stacks neighborhoods. As people normally walk, you see that people's eyes just naturally gaze around at what's around them. People usually are just sort of like ambiently turning their heads at just like random noises. You hear a couple people like cheering, then you hear, as you pass one alleyway, a woman like quietly crying or something. All these stuff that you can see affects the other people that are around in this neighborhood. People just generally start looking in the direction of sound, or just as they're walking ambiently gaze around. This man keeps his gaze straight ahead at all times, walking silently, never looking around, even for a split second, and with full focus continues to walk. At one point you watch, he turns in towards the Stacks neighborhood, starts to walk down a very narrow alleyway. You also turn down into this alleyway. You see him at the end of it. He stops for a second. Turns around and looks in your direction. The two of you
No.
filling this entire alleyway. He looks straight through you. And then he turns and walks down. Now heading westward now. The opposite direction he was before. Follow and make the same turns, always keeping just far enough behind him, but your footsteps ever silent, not even alerting yourselves to your own approach, sometimes losing track of where each other are. Eventually you watch this man come up to a small shack. Looks at the door for a split second, and then turns off, and starts climbing a ladder up further into the stacks. You follow him. He goes about 3 floors up. Where you are now is the worst of the stacks, because with the large city wall being the absolute border, it means that residents, no matter how foolish and no matter how desperate for a home, can build their houses even taller because they can lean on the city wall itself and not have to worry as much about structural integrity. This man goes about 3 floors up and then enters a very small shack. What is it that you're doing?
Taylor, that's very fucking scary.
It is.
He
But I
looked
wanna know
straight
what's-
at us.
He did. I want to know what's going on inside.
Me too.
I'm gonna wild shape into a little spider.
Does he
Okay.
keep his invisibility? Because I'm concentrating on it.
I believe casting a spell drops invisibility.
I guess.
Just his, not yours.
Yeah.
But I'm a little spider anyway. I'm not a person, and I'm gonna find a crack between the door and the door frame to sneak in, and immediately go up onto the ceiling part of the house.
Crack that's easily found. In fact, there's almost a full inch gap between the door and the floor itself. The buildings here, further you go in and up in the stacks, the buildings just get more and more ramshackled, barely put and holding together. You head into this small shack. You see a couple pieces of furniture. A bed, a larger table that has some kind of wooden plates on it of some kind. You see a cupboard off to the side. But you see no man.
Is it a single room?
Yes.
So he's come in, and he's not here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see any furniture that's been disturbed, like anything on the floor that indicates maybe a trapdoor where he's dropped down a floor?
Roll an investigation check.
Give me a
There's a
second.
little spider.
Yeah, I need to see what the spider's thing is.
It's a mental stat, so you still use your mental stats, right, in wild shape?
It depends if I can use either mine or the spider's. Depends which is higher.
So are you more intelligent than a spider? That's the question.
That is the question, but no, the spider's quite dumb.
Okay.
So investigation, right?
Yes, please.
That's so creepy.
You crawl up the door and start to head to the ceiling so you can get a better vantage point of things. You look around. Doesn't look like anything's been disturbed recently. And in fact, one thing that grabs your attention, the bed. Where the pillow is, and at the corners of the pillow where they're sort of like elevated, cobwebs coming down from the side of it, attaching it to the bed. That bed doesn't look like it's been slept in.
Get out.
Have you decided to let anyone else know that you've gone there?
No.
So there's just nothing, no sign of things being moved around. Just a guy walked through the door and vanished.
Further than that, still, you can't see any possessions. There's the small, sort of like little cabinet that's only about waist height. There's a table with some wooden cutlery and bowls on it, and that's it. That's all that this shack has.
Okay, I'm gonna head back outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
And once I'm outside, I'll drop the wild shape.
Hopefully
And
when
I-
you're kind of
I-
sneaked out.
I'll point at my head and do this so that Anxie speaks telepathically.
Yeah, I'll do that, yeah. What the fuck is going on? Also, I need to make us invisible again, please. Let's redo the whole thing so we are safe.
Okay.
Uh,
So you're still invisible currently, Anxie, but
I'll recast it and make both. Well, I'm thinking. Baylor, we should leave, right? It's dangerous. I'm scared. Are you scared?
Well, I don't know if I'm scared or not, because there's nobody inside there.
But he went in.
Yeah, but he's not in there anymore.
What if he's invisible or dead? What, he was a ghost? Wait, were we following a ghost?
I don't know, but we were following somebody who's not where they went.
We might be in danger. I think we should leave.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of casting see invisibility, but
Again, I'm not there, so I'm kind of speaking out of character a bit, but yeah, it's probably just a hidden door or something.
could be.
I mean, obviously,
Spy-
it's not lived in, so it's not a real house.
Can Spider Baylor not knock something on the floor to like try and lure him out?
I've gone back outside and I'm not a spider anymore.
Yeah, the thing is, we don't know what's gonna happen if he notices us. And maybe he did notice us earlier, and if he did notice us, that's fucking mental because we rolled really high. So let's just get the fuck out.
I mean, okay.
Like, what if these guys have a fucking strong and he kills us?
Yeah, considering he's got into the room and vanished.
Yeah,
Like I
I
took a
don't
good
think-
look around the room and there was nothing. There were no other doors. There was nothing that moved around that indicated he'd moved something and slipped into a trapdoor. He just vanished once he went into that room.
yeah. He does go there quite often. We can try and talk to him, but
Mm.
feel like we should get the fuck out.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you're gonna leave, can you just tell Andros where it is and I'll go check it out myself? I
Okay.
just think running away from it's kind of silly.
Not
I-
if he can kill us. No.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
not
know
just
why
like
you
running
presume
away, it's
he's
just
like a
that-
super high level NPC. He walked from a bar to room, and he didn't see you. He looked back down an alleyway, where he technically looked through you, because obviously there's only one way he could look.
Yeah, it's not that. I don't think it's that we're scared of him. It's that if something happens, we
about
don't want
yourself.
to be just the two of us. We'd rather come
Think-
back with all of us.
I've also we've fought earlier today our strongest spells. If something happens, we can't just polymorph and get the fuck out.
Yeah, I'd rather let's go meet our friends, tell them what we discovered here. Go back to our inn and come back here tomorrow. We'll go back to the other inn tomorrow, the squirting thingy. The squirting siren. See if he's there, talk to him. If he's not there, then we'll come back here.
Mhm.
We'll go through the door like normal people and see if it's some sort of magic door that takes you elsewhere.
Yeah.
I think you're massively overthinking this, but okay. I'm not the one there, so
Yeah, that's the point. I'd rather massively overthink something and keep my character alive for now. Not die
Yeah.
like a retard because we followed a strange man into an alley.
The big thing is it's not the NPC we're scared of. It's the GM.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's head back
Um,
to the inn.
yeah.
I think we should still sneak out. Pass without a trace is still up its concentration for an
Yeah.
hour.
Does
And
concentration
what-
drop when you cast Wild Shape?
No.
That's crazy
That's one of the
good.
Yeah.
It's one of the specific druid things is you cast your concentration spell and then wild shape.
Damn, that's cool as fuck.
Should I
Yeah.
recast invisibility?
Um,
Or do you think we're fine?
I think we're okay. Unless he's
Okay.
watching us from somewhere, I think we're okay.
Well, I'm still invisible because it's an hour as well.
Good.
You're not though.
No, so somebody might think I've just appeared out of that doorway, and if it is a magic doorway, they'll think that's normal.
Okay. Since you were stealthing the entire time, Axie, you don't need to reroll, but Baylor, I will ask you to now reroll your stealth check without advantage, as you're not invisible anymore.
All right.
I still have a
am
plus
gonna
10.
I'm gonna put my hood up, just so I'm not as recognizable if I am seen.
Okay.
At
24.
24.
Okay. The two of you start to climb down the ladders of the stacks
I will
buildings.
look around for the guy just in case.
Roll a perception check.
I'd love to.
Can I assist?
Yes.
Roll with advantage.
Advantage, yeah. 19.
Okay. You definitely don't catch a trace of the guy. Climbing down all these ladders, you do happen to get a peek into a lot of other buildings. A lot of people, especially elevated and at this time of the day, don't have their curtains drawn. A lot of the buildings are empty. Some have some people taking midday naps. Some have some just sat reading something or other. nothing that really grabs your attention. It's a densely populated area. Like within 30 feet, if you had like a 30-feet sphere around you, there's probably like 20 people. But no, there's nothing that grabs your attention. You climb back down to the ground floor. Are you going to make your way out the same way that you came in? Or just going to beeline it back to the inn?
I don't
That
know.
question. Does that mean he didn't come
think-
straight here? He specifically sort of wound his path here.
That's the
I
thing.
think
So,
yeah. That's what
as
he
you
did,
came out of the inn, he started walking westwards to the left side of the
yeah.
thing, and then he came in and then started going right.
So
Like,
he tried
he
to
knew
make
he
sure
was
he wasn't
followed.
being, and he tried to lose whoever was following him.
Exactly.
Okay.
He definitely, like, even just like thinking about it logistically, he definitely could have had a shorter route.
That's why I got scared early on, because he was literally making sure he wasn't followed. He was literally walking around, and like one of the times it seemed like he literally turned and switched his path.
Let's walk back the path we came,
Yeah.
but I want to sort of sneakily look through windows and see if I notice anything. Like, did he walk this path because he was trying to avoid being followed, or did he walk this path to look through windows and make sure things were going okay in his operations? Just in case.
And one little thing, when he started heading westward, he did come to a small shack and look into it, and then moved again. I'd like to look into the small shack when we are going back.
So that shack was at the ground floor, of which his shack was on top of. So it's because like he came to the front door and then turned and went to the ladder and went up.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's what I've written down as well. I just didn't read the next sentence.
So as you come to the ground floor, there is this shack, considerably bigger than the one he was in, like the top one he went in. Just on the basis that it's on the ground floor, it has to be bigger than the one that's on top of it. All the windows have shutters on them, like wooden shutters instead of like curtains that just could be blown open. One thing that you do notice, though, rather uncharacteristic, is that all the shutters are nicely flush and don't have any cracks that allow you to easily see within.
So we can't see in.
No,
If we
but you've
stand
been
close
noticing
by.
all day the fact that here in the stacks, everything's very ramshackled and barely put together. Doors aren't flush with the door frames. There's like an inch of like gap between the door and the floor, and that's just sort of like the case all over. Even just like regular wood panels for the wall itself, sometimes there's a slit that you can see into. Everything about this one, though, is properly flush and isn't allowing even the slightest of crack to look into.
If we look around, do we see anybody that is watching us?
Looking around, there is one building that does have someone inside it. I'm assuming you sort of like snoop and go around all the windows that are close by. You see one person. They're currently lying on their bed, sleeping, and as you get to the window, realize they're snoring a little loudly as well. but that's the only person close by you can notice.
Anything special about them?
It's a oldish man, bald on top, fuzz on the sides, rather big pot belly that he's resting one of his hands on and the other's leaning off the bed.
The sealed up shack. I want to go back there and slowly and quietly put my ear against the wall. See if I can hear anything from inside.
Roll me a perception check.
Can I help him somehow?
You can do it as well if you want. It's not the kind of
Yeah.
thing you can assist with, but you can do it as well. Both of you press your ears up to this shack, listening in. The wood is itself pretty thin, you know that. But you don't hear anything coming from inside.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You have spell slots left for that?
Yeah,
Level 1 spell.
it's a level 1 spell.
How many spell slots do you have left? Because it's been a long day for you guys.
I have a lot because I was casting Sorcerer's Burst only.
Oh, yeah.
I have 3 spell slots left.
Okay.
2 level 1s and a level 3.
You cast Detect Magic. Anxie positively glowing, as she normally does anyway. But the shack seems completely mundane.
How far away is the top shack?
It's like 35 feet up.
I'm going to climb up a ladder a little bit. Because Detect Magic has a 30-foot range.
Okay.
I'm going to climb up the ladder a little bit
It's a,
and see if...
there's a place where you can get like a vantage point to get within 30 feet and look at the front door and like one side of the building as well. It itself also looks pretty mundane.
Pretty mundane or completely mundane?
It's no glow that you can see coming off from it, so.
Yeah. I'll climb back down and go. I think we should get out of here.
Follow.
Okay. The two of you sneak out the way you came back in. You come to the crossroads that the man was stood at when he turned back and looked at you in the alleyway. And you look in the direction that he was looking. It's a pretty narrow alleyway, but it gives you a perfect scope of vision for a pillar of smoke in the distance.
A pillar of smoke, like another explosion pillar of smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go again. Shall we follow?
We need to get our friends.
It's
then
on
rush
the
there.
other side of the city. This is a long way away.
Okay, well, we did ask Zekla to, keep it, not clean it up and keep the crime scene sort of intact so we can come and investigate. So let's get our friends and let's go investigate, and then we'll go to bed.
Okay.
All right. You making your way back to the Squirting Siren?
Yeah.
Okay. It's now pretty late afternoon. The golden light has been in the sky for quite a while. You make it back to the Squirting Siren. Sid's nursed one more pint and another bowl of soup in the meantime, and now you find Zinni and Andros have met with him down on the ground floor again. Patron's still behind the bar, looking somewhat nervous, but like holding a smirk whenever he gazes at Sid.
Guys, there's been another explosion. We need to go.
All right, everyone's packing up and bolting.
I hope so.
What we were just leaving to the guards.
What?
I thought we were just leaving to the guards.
We haven't given them any information.
No, I mean about the explosion stuff.
We still can go and investigate.
Yeah, we just wanted to go investigate the site.
Okay. It takes you like, how fast are you traveling?
I'd say we're not running, but we are doing a brisk walk.
Okay. Because it is all the way down in the southwest quarter. So it'll take you
Which is
like 2 hours if you're briskly walking.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. You head there, and you, while heading there, start to need to push through a bit of a crowd at one point. People once again moving just in the opposite direction of whatever danger they see. Eventually, you do come to where the smoke is coming from, or rather where it was before it started to peter off.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
On the way there, am I allowed to look around to see whether I can spot any urgencies?
Roll a perception check.
I insist to that. Or also look around.
Okay, go ahead and roll as well.
Are these rolls?
You keep an eye out, and there's a lot of people. You do actually see a couple, though they are a far shot from the very particular Earth Genasi that was described to you. Some of them have more earthy, browner skin tones. Some of them, one has like a brighter green one. None has that really dark green that was described. You come to the site of this explosion once more. Something that's different this time, at least, is that the factory was a little bit higher up, at least like 3 floors up. No longer at the base floor. You see that there's splintered wood everywhere. There's no longer much of a crowd, as this happened a while ago at this point. But you see a couple of guards picking up the splinters. You see 2 what you presume are dead bodies hidden underneath cloths to preserve their identities.
Do we see Captain Tekla around?
You do not.
Are there any captains around, or is it just normal guards?
Captains, no. There's currently just regular guards who are literally just picking up pieces of whatever building had exploded. Seems that there were only 2 casualties. Maybe there was people injured, but you don't see anyone currently.
All right. I'd approach one of the guards.
Oh,
Excuse me, sir.
hey, Wayward Wanderers. What can we do you for?
Was this another lab explosion?
Yeah.
How long ago did this happen?
2-3 hours or something.
I see there's 2 bodies. Are they bystanders, or were they involved in the lab?
It's hard to tell. Building was so high up and their bodies just sort of flew and landed somewhere. I don't know if they were in the building or the shack above it.
Is it safe to go up and go take a look at the lab, or what's left of it?
What does safe mean these days?
Will the rest of the building collapse if one of us
Oh,
goes up?
sorry. No, yeah, you can head up if you want. They've already cleared out the fact there's no expand up there.
Okay, that's fine. Does somebody want to come with me?
Yep.
All right, let's head up.
All right, the 2 of you head up. Gotten pretty good at climbing ladders today. Up you climb and you find yourself at the site of another explosion. There's a couple lugs here who are just sort of trying to like pile up the debris at least, so it's not as spread around or could be easily like blown off or cause further injury. Hey,
Hey, did you find anything, any information, notes, books, ledgers, anything?
he turns and gestures to the exploded building, and just the complete black char you see on all the surfaces. So one of the very distinct things about these explosions is that when they occur, they just sort of like paint everything that was immediately around the epicenter just with very, very dark, almost charcoal like sort of like dust. And he sort of like walks up to the walls and sort of like wipes it with his hand, and you can see just like a big sort of like clump of blackish dust on the bottom of his hand that he brushes off. Hard to make out anything here. Place didn't seem to have much in it, but the walls at least just flew off in different directions.
I'm going to look around to see if there's anything that's covered that could be a book or a note or a box that has something in it or anything like that.
Roll an investigation check.
Can I assist?
Mm-hmm.
Does he get advantage or do I roll as well?
He can get advantage for this.
Good.
With guidance as well if you want.
Yes, I'll definitely guidance that.
Oh, unlucky. Looking around, there's really not that much in terms of possessions. There's some minor bits of furniture here and there. You can tell that whatever the epicenter was, it was on some kind of table, because you can see 2 table legs on one side of the room, 2 table legs on the other, sort of like split apart by the blast. What you do notice, though, is that this building is significantly smaller than the actual full-on lab that you knew exploded 2 days ago. Maybe this wasn't a full-on lab. This very much looks more like someone's home. Maybe someone had an idea and tried to homebrew.
Hmm. I'll mention that to the guard. Do you think it's possible that somebody was trying to make their own expound?
Possible? Yeah, any stuff will make any bastard crazy enough to try. You want to run that up with Captain Zekla? I was just on patrol, man.
All right. So there's nothing else worth checking out here, I don't think. All right, let's head back down.
Where to now?
It's pretty late, right?
At this point,
Mhm.
yes. It's like on the cusp of getting dark.
All right, I think we should go back to the inn and then chat with Zekla in the morning.
Yeah, we can go to the inn, Dini can speak to her god. We get a long rest, then go to Zeklar.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that.
So, we head back to the Lord's Garden. And you are all turning in for a long rest. No longer strapping Andros to his bed as you had the previous night. Doesn't
No.
seem like that's necessary anymore. But you're all turning in for the night. So, it's been a long day for each and every one of you. Hard-fought battle, a mentally taxing investigation. Some laughs and cheers were had. It wasn't a totally dismal day. But this is a day that's been mired in destruction, to put it simply. And each of you were eager to put your head on your comfortable pillow. Zinni, are you going to try to will yourself to that dreamscape that you know is waiting for you?
Yeah.
Okay. It takes a while for you to drop off. It's weird, that sort of like exhaustion from the day. You think it would make you even tired, but it just takes longer for you to get to sleep. But eventually, you suddenly open your eyes. Instead of seeing the ceiling, you see a pitch black void. Sitting up and looking off to your side, you see, off in the distance, or maybe right in front of your face, perception is impossible. But you see that familiar double-ended scythe spinning. Your attention's also immediately drawn away because on the other side of you, as you quickly glance over, unknown if it was there before or not, an ocean of people. People wailing, crying, screaming. All the dead of the island. How long they've been dead, you don't even know. So many people. One thing you take notice of as well is that several of these people don't have full bodies anymore. Some of them have had part of their torso just shimmer away. Some of them don't even have legs and are just half a body. These people seem weak and their soul doesn't seem fully present. What do you do, Zinni?
So, like, some people are starting to disintegrate, basically.
Yes. It's not like a quick process or anything. You just see that they just don't have their full spectral bodies.
But I thought that, like, it was... I'm having this dream often, but we're not role-playing it every time, and I'm doing what I need
So-
to do. It's not like...
Can be the case, but you've not. You only come here when you will yourself to. So since the last time you were here, you haven't been.
Oh, I was under the impression that I was coming here almost
Something
every
you can
night.
have the ability to do, and before every long rest, you can state that you want to do it, but you've not been here since the last time we narrated something.
Okay. Is there any easy and quick way to do it?
You think back to your time with the other Bone Maven cleric, the one brief night that it was. When she talked to the soul that popped up, and he started talking about things that she didn't want to hear about, she just sort of like reached her arm forward, grabbed him, and just threw him in the direction of the scythe, and he just poof immediately sort of like disappeared.
So I can just send some people on who are starting to fade away.
You want to, yeah.
Because I feel like if I don't do that, then their souls are gonna be lost forever. It's my tuition.
The people whose bodies aren't fully here, they seem at least considerably weaker. Everybody else, their spectral body is sort of animated. You can see them sort of looking around. You can see them sort of perceiving everything. Those who have their bodies partially not there anymore are just sort of like staring blankly in a direction or something. You want to start mowing through them and just flinging them all towards the scythe? Zinni starts running through the
You mean,
crowd, grabbing them and just like throwing them over her heads.
I've got something here that I need to do. I don't have time to be funnying about with the dead.
You get
So-
through as you're running. You can fling these guys pretty quickly because as soon as you touch them, they're weightless effectively, and you just throw your arms over your head and you just literally beeline and run through a crowd as you fling them all over your head, and they all just take a glance back. They just poof poof. After they travel a certain distance, the corporeal forms just sort of like split and disperse immediately. You find yourself a little exhausted. There's literally thousands more, but maybe that's enough for one night at least. You take a little bit of a rest and gaze towards the scythe.
I take a deep breath and I yell, Bone Maven. Bone Maven.
The scythe stops spinning. And you watch as the shaft of the scythe crack and start to part and split. And it forms an eye. The eye looks around for a second and then focuses in on you.
Bone Maven, if I may, I come to you with questions from my realm.
The eye continues to stare at you.
I don't know if I should. How would I? Um, do you know anything about the baleful eclipse?
The eye that was previously looking at you with a good amount of intent, you feel that change, somewhat of curiosity, somewhat of maybe this question was a surprise, maybe they knew this question was coming all along. And then you feel a sudden, really weird sensation. You're stood still, but you feel like your body's getting pulled forward. And your entire chest, it feels like something pulling at you, and then whoop, you get snapped back, and the scenery changes completely. This endless black void that once was has changed into a roaring, fiery abyss, purple flames licking every part of surface that you can see. You see bones as tall as mountains. You see giant, monstrous tentacles as far high as you could possibly imagine swing down and swoop at things. And then whew, your perspective is brought back to normal in this black void, looking at the scythe's eye.
So I was taken to the realm of the old gods, is what you're saying, for a brief second. Not in this world, but I mean, how it's perceived in WoW is how I perceive it, right?
Sure. I don't know any of that shit, but
Okay.
Should play the game on Dex. just saying.
probably.
Was that the baleful eclipse that you just showed me?
You feel yourself being pulled once more. Your chest lurches forward and then springs back, and you're in a different scenery again. But it's way different. It's normal. You see rolling hills and trees. You see a forest on the horizon. You see a large peaked mountain in the distance as well. And then you hear something. Something faint, but above you. You look up and you see a meteor streaming through the sky. Violent reddish streak stringing off of it. You see little things fracture off of it and split, form these almost fireworks sort of things. And you watch meteor streaks towards roughly the same direction of that mountain you saw in the distance, and poof, you watch as it impacts, and whew, you're brought back to the black void.
I'm so confused now. Zinni's so confused. She doesn't know how to absorb what she's seeing, and she doesn't know what to interpret from it. Do I recognize anything, like the scenery that I just saw? Do I recognize it? Does it look like the island?
It didn't. It looked like land, and there wasn't really anything that you sort of like saw and could tie to the island in any way.
Where is this? I don't recognize this place.
You don't get any kind of response.
Bowmaven, please, I must know who the Baleful Eclipse is. The Baleful Eclipse currently haunts Andros. The Baleful Eclipse is causing chaos in my realm.
You don't feel like you get any response, but then you notice something. Something apparating in front of you. It's a cloaked man from the back. You don't really see him.
Does that mean apparating?
Just like appearing.
Okay, okay.
He turns, and then you see his side profile. It's Andros. You see as he holds in his hand the torso of a dead person. You see him toss it loosely to the ground. You see him hold his hand up, and another person flies towards him and finds themselves embedded on the edge of his fingers. And you watch as their vitality gets drained from them once more, and he throws their lifeless corpse to the side. The vision of Andros starts to get obscured slightly. Purple flames start to lick out of the ground, and you see him grow monstrous appendages, a giant tentacle, a giant hand that claws down onto the ground. Several hands, in fact, that start dragging him across the floor, elevating him, and just like forming new legs that pull and drag him across. Usually turns towards you. You see a face that is not Andros's face. It's a face of pure evil. Something that looks at you at nothing more than some kind of fuel. A spectral hand
You.
then reaches out towards you and tries to grab you, and then the image disappears.
Did you say fuel?
Yep.
Yeah. He would just be used, basically, for someone's evil schemes.
So what Zinni takes from this is that the Baleful Eclipse is sort of whether this is true or not, the Baleful Eclipse is possessing Andros and is eventually going to take over his body and do bad things for as what I just saw. So that's something that I'll probably come back and tell at least Anxie, because I probably don't want to tell Andros this,
Okay.
and I don't want to tell the whole team because it kind of frightened me a little bit. So what would I ask? Maybe I would just say, is the Baleful Eclipse going to make Andros do these things?
The eye doesn't
To the Bowmaven.
say anything, but you feel emotions running through your body. It's the oddest of feelings, because it's like normally someone tells you something and you think it, but you just feel all throughout your body. No.
No, okay. that confuses me more then, because that's what I saw, really. That someone took Andros's body, like it was Andros, and then they changed, their face changed, and they were killing people, and then there were tentacles and so on. So I don't really understand.
Maybe that's what's gonna happen. Maybe the Baleful Eclipse is the future. And that's when Andros will be a killing machine and not really himself anymore.
But that's kind of what I asked, right? I asked if the Baleful Eclipse is going to make
Yeah.
Andros do these things, and the answer's no.
Hmm.
Can you show me more, Bone Maven?
You feel like your question should be more specific.
Just how could it be more specific? I've just seen a vision of something, and I'm asking to see more.
You don't see anything. It's still a pitch black void, and the eye continues to stare at you. But you start to have different people's feelings start to bubble inside you. It's you know they're not your own, but you feel someone else's feelings. You feel a sensation of desire, wanting something so bad. You then feel several people, different feelings hit you all at once of an immense need to stop that. A righteous, virtuous belief that you must stop it. You then feel several of those feelings disappear. And those feelings of righteousness slow to feelings of mourning. They then steel themselves and start to feel ready. Ready for a long, arduous trial. But all the time you feel this, you feel a little burning sensation right in the center of your heart. Now it happens very slowly. You steadily start to feel that burning heat grow and grow and grow. Only very slight. You feel it nonetheless. And then, as if something was wiping you clean, whew, those feelings are gone.
Now I'm even more confused. So, I'm just gonna ask if the Baleful Eclipse is a god.
You feel a sense of complication and an unwillingness to discuss that topic.
Great. I ask, are there other gods out there?
You feel your chest being pulled once more, pulled and yanked forward, and then snapped back, and you find yourself stood somewhere. It's impossible to tell what you're stood on something flat and wooden, and you see large other wooden curves and cylinders, and you're on a table, an impossibly large table, and you surrounded, as you do a 360 and look around, various different incredibly bright sources of light. Some you hear chuckling, some you hear raucously laughing hard, some you see crying and weeping, and others that you feel a sense of dread and worry. And then you're snapped back.
What's everyone's interpretation of that?
I'm trying to find my notes of when Andros heard the Bayfo eclipse the first time, but can't. I need to go over this whole thing again and figure out what's going on. Cause
I mean, you just described your D&D table.
yeah,
I asked if there's multiple gods, and that's what I got. I'm just so lost. I'm not gonna lie. I've not followed these visions at all. I don't really know how to respond to them.
it's okay.
Did you have any more questions?
The questions I have are, where are the gods?
You ask, where are the gods? You don't feel that pulling sensation, but as you're looking towards the scythe, you watch as something glistens. A shimmer far in the distance between you and the scythe. Some kind of golden woven lines. The light shimmers across it.
Between what? Sorry?
Between you and the scythe.
That doesn't answer my question either. And my last question was, when Zinni guides souls, does she send them to an battle?
You ask this question, and you start to see some visions again. You see a dwarf woman, pious being,
The same one?
someone who was loyal to the god that they worshipped, and you watch them float towards the scythe. And as their spirit disapparates, you watch a string of energy find its way off in one direction. You then look to your other side. A giant, hulking, angry green orc. As they float towards the scythe, their spirit disapparates, and a small string of their energy heads in a different direction. You see several different people, all of several different backgrounds, and as they head towards the scythe and their bodies disapparate, you see each of them go in different directions.
So everyone has their own afterlife. Sid's version is
Correct
It's
to an
just-
extent.
yeah, but it's not for everyone. Okay, well, those are questions I had written down, but I feel like the way that they've been asked was very unnatural. And I think that I don't understand half the shit that you've said, so yeah.
As you start to feel your time in this dreamscape come to an end, you feel something a little weird. Like an arm tucking in your one side, and then someone's body stood next to you. You look down, you don't see anything. But you catch a whiff of something. Something old, familiar. And as you start to retreat from this dreamscape, that familiar smell takes you right back to your childhood.
Any squiggle.
Granny Squiggle. Then you wake up.
So, team, out of character. I mean, obviously,
It was a lot.
I do think that you know what? No, I tell everyone. I tell everyone what I saw. I was gonna just tell Anxie, but I tell everyone.
Okay.
I'm curious of everyone's interpretation of.
Well, all of you guys can discuss that in the next session, because as your dream comes to an end, can all of you press the long rest buttons on your character sheets?
Did you see my messages?
Yep. And as you will take in this bountiful rest and reflect on all the experiences you have, can you also please prepare what might happen for your characters as you ascend to level 8?
Let's fucking go.
So, don't need to do that now. We've got a week or two break now. You guys can
A
take the
week.
time, chill. You can take the time to think through, think about what you want, think about maybe some of the group wants, think maybe that just you want because it's going to be cool. Level 8's a big thing for certain class features and stuff like that, so all sorts of stuff that might be available to you. But that is where we draw tonight's session to a close. Ooh. Well,
I don't know how to.
don't bother doing the level up now. Because we made these characters when they were already level 6, it's kind of janky.
Okay.
Because that's when we switched to 5.5. We can go through and check about what features and stuff and what spells you're going to take, those of you that have anything like that, but we'll do it before next session. There's no rush to do it now, so I want to make sure that your sheets level up properly and stuff doesn't glitch out or something.
Do we get 4th level spells?
We had one before that as well. Spell slot.
So you just get more 4th level spell slots now.
Just spell slots, but no new spells.
Yeah, at level 9 you get 5th level spells. So it's every 2 levels you unlock a new level of a spell. Alright.
Does anyone get anything cool at level 8?